Good evening, good evening. Welcome to my channel. I'm back. The Underrated Dark is yours truly, number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. The best of the business. Yeah, tonight, long time coming. I haven't done an underrated evening talk. This is evening talk 6. Um, I'm gonna get back doing the underrated true life stories. That's gonna come soon. I just gotta get back to the swing of things. Got back to channel. It's almost a month I got back and everything. Let me say this: at the one who was sub to my channel, please come back. I did have a secondary channel. The number one grind of real talk. I will do something on that channel soon, but this is my main channel, so I got to get back to the swing of things over here. Again, this is the Underrated Evening Talk number 6. We're going to have a panel discussion tonight. Let me read this out first before I continue. Come enjoy real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous one individually. Let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We got. Remember that. We got. Let me see who we got in the building. For Soldier, yes, I'm fine. So, after the intro, you can get on Tone Malone. I send the link to you through your text if you want to get on. You can get on too. It'd be very good to get on because I haven't heard from you in a long time. For Soldier, after the intro, you can get on too. All right, this is the Underrated. Also, I invite other people to come to the panel. We're gonna talk about some things tonight. It's been a while, so I'm back. I'm back, y'all. Been back, but main channel. So I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. All right, and let's get into it. Let's get back into building, solve problems, strengthen our family, because us as heterosexual ones, we under attack. Yes, we under attack in every way. And so let's get into it. And we can have fun too. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Yeah, I'm back. Alexis, you can come on, you can come on the panel. Full Soldier, you want to, you can get on, and also Tone Malone. Let me, before I continue, what I've been missing because I have problems with my password on this channel. So I create a secondary channel. That was the number one grinder, real talk. That's my secondary channel. I was on there for almost about 8 or 9 months, and then I got this back within a month. Got this channel back within a month ago. Get all everything fixed up. So that's why I've been mid lessons. That's why you haven't seen me. I'm trying to look for you, so you know. So we continue things on my secondary channel. But don't worry about it. I am back. And this is the underrated evening talk number 6. Evening talk number 6. So we go talk about family. We could talk about whatever it is tonight. But I want to engage. I want to get back to the swing of things to engage. And I want to engage around people like y'all that are like-minded, that's not afraid to speak the truth. I miss y'all. I miss my fam, miss the underrated family. I really miss y'all. Like number one grind real talk to serve its purpose. I'm not gonna say it didn't, it did, but this is home. This is my growth was happening. This is everything I was going through. I shared it on this channel. Nothing taken away from number one grind real talk. And but so the ones y'all can come on, get on the panel. Y'all got the links. Go hop on. Go hop on. Let's get into it. Hope everybody in the chat. Hope your family is well. I really do. I pray for your families. Great things has happened. Great things has happened to me too. And I talk about that too. And my sister right here. There go my sister right here.
Much love. How are you?
I'm good, sis. How you feel?
Oh, good, good. It's not too humid out, so we're good, right?
Yeah, you're good. Exactly. Yeah.
So, north of the rain, of Kentucky, right? You're not getting any of that, are you?
What?
All that? Did you get any of all that rain, Kentucky? Got?
I'm not in Kentucky. I'm in Virginia.
I know. I didn't know if it came to you guys though.
I heard it's supposed to come, but it's supposed to go like Northern Virginia. I'm like,
Okay.
Southern, but
Okay.
it won't surprise me that it's gonna come.
Yeah.
I'm in the house anyway, so I ain't going out. Yeah, I ain't going out. So how's your family doing?
We're doing great. We got the house in November, so it's been a lot of,
So
cousins.
you moved. So you did move. Y'all did
Yeah,
move.
yeah. So we bought a house, and my daughter started a new school. She loves it.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, I started a little garden. I'm trying to be farmer Lex. So
Oh, God. I want some. Yeah, I want some food. Let me stop.
yo, for real, I'm gonna try to do something like maybe like a salsa or something with the tomatoes and corn, and try to,
Oh,
be able something to send to people because everybody's asking.
okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I gotta think of something I can, you know what I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
throw together so I can give everybody a little something out of my garden. So how
Okay.
have you been?
I've been okay. Well, let me say this. I think Tone for so well. I moved in a renovated apartment in last Christmas. I mean, around during Christmas week of last year. Renovated. Um, that been working out, but that during the time I was on the secondary. When I was on this, yeah, I was on the secondary channel trying to get it back, and but the good things have happened. You know,
Hey,
things
we're
look.
still breathing, right?
Yeah, still breathing. Underrated still breathing. People try to
Still
like
breathing.
try
They ain't
me.
stopping us. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so but at the same time, I was missing this channel. and that the great stuff. Like I get the number one grind real talk. That's my secondary channel. I still have that. It got some stuff on it, but it was like continuation from this channel. Then also, but it serves its purpose. And I've got, like I said, I got the channel back. I'm happy with that. So it's going to take me time to get used to the swing of things again. But
Yeah.
it's gonna take some time because people gonna be like, oh, it's gonna take some time. Oh, you is back, and so I'm looking forward for that and challenge and stuff like that. Now, there's a lot of things that's happened lately.
Woo.
A lot of stuff that is just not good for our people, and I'm glad that's what I'm saying. Before I do anything, I gotta look up for sis because you remember we did those two parts and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
And
great.
that was great, right? And I advise y'all. I gotta look for this too. If I find, I'm gonna post them two parts. I would advise y'all to pay attention, listen to both parts, and I would advise y'all to share that out because it needs to be. And while we did those parts, right, it reminds me that there's certain things that's happened as you already know that we need to touch on it. And there is problems, deep in problems that us as a people that are toxic, they're heading these conversations. And we understand outside the space. We get that. But the inside the space, like here, they are men acting like women, and they are women acting like men.
All right.
And let me say this: they are good men out here. And the thing about, I remember you were saying this last year, and the thing about what Alexis was saying that black women, you gotta be accountable what you're doing. And the sad thing about it, it's not enough people saying that. Now, as a black man, there's quite a few men that in my age group is not saying that enough. They not saying it at all. And so a man like me, I came from a club. LB, if you want to get on, I'm put my email in the chat. Just send me the link, guys. I seen the link to get on. I come from a place. I come from that. Eh, Whatever gender it is, you gotta be whole accountable to it.
Oh yeah.
That's where I come from, and just like I was on the Real Dana channel. I was looking at it. Do you know? I forgot the historical black college. It was this lady. It was this young lady. She came up there, graduated, present. I think give her her degree. She came up there naked.
What?
Yes, she came up there.
Oh
She came
my.
up there naked, and she figured she did nothing wrong. So while I was hearing the story, man, I should have caught that, but
Yeah, I
um,
gotta look for this one.
yeah,
See,
look for it.
it's
It's in
just
there.
it's
It's in the public ground.
yeah.
You pull it up.
It's just so much crazy stuff nowadays. It's like some of the crazy gets slipped through. It's that crazy out here.
So
You
she
know.
so she feel I could do whatever you want, but this is historical black college, y'all. There's certain things you should not do. If you want to explode your family, if you want to show up for you should like the real Dana saying, Judge Joe Brown was saying, you could do it within the bedroom, within the facilities. Like if you want to, show it that way. So they was threatening to take her degree away, and she feels that there's nothing wrong what she did, and
I
for
can't believe
me,
she has a degree. Don't have to do a public apology.
See, this is the thing, right? Right. See, this is the thing that like Alexis, that's what I'm saying. Us as black men, we want sisters like you. There's not enough Alexis with the willing to talk up, and that is the damn problem. Even some of the
What
sons,
were, I mean, just think the embarrassment to her parents alone that she called.
yes, yes.
Like, let's take out just, you know what I mean? What if her grandmother was like, could you imagine? That is like one of the happiest times of your family's life to watch a child walk, get there and you're naked. Woo! And why weren't the police called? That's public and
I don't know.
there's something about being naked and we can't be naked in public. Isn't that public indecency?
All I just know.
You're not trying to say, bring the police in, but if it was a huge university, they would have.
Well, I know that they talk they gonna they most likely they gonna strip her degree, and there's some people say that and she had a GPA was 3.8, so
You wasn't
you
dumb. I
know
mean,
better.
yeah, you ain't dumb. I mean, obviously you're in a college first of all, and then you have a high GPA. All I can say is I hope every other young woman can get a message to do not do this. I mean, we have to look at something positive out of it, as in, I guess, we don't do this in public. We can't. Man. I
advise you just search for that thing. If you want to, you can search while you're talking. It is out there.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm about to, because I want to see what university it was too. But yeah, this is like behavior we cannot accept. We have to be better, than the next. I guess. I cannot believe she went to crime. It's not funny, but I just think, they take.
It is humor. I mean, like.
But
know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
what this
Instead of being
feminist has come to, because somebody, show up Gloria Steinfeld or somebody as her lawyer and get away with it. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about any woman right now against, with this feminist whole, we're going to be the men now in charge. We're going to make the rule, because this changing genders is like really weird to me too. I don't even understand half these women, why they even want to do what they do, other than for attention.
But you know what I'm thinking, sis? When I get the channel, the channel's running, but I'm thinking about before Thanksgiving, I would like to have a women's panel.
Awesome.
But I'm a hand picker.
Okay.
You pick. I'm letting you know right now. It's gonna be dual on the weekend, and I know you have kids, so that means that I'm letting you know right now. That's gonna be like maybe between 12 o'clock, 12:30 in the morning. So I'm letting you know right now because I want her to join. So it's gonna be a women's panel. It's gonna be on the weekend. It's not gonna be no weekday, and I'm gonna promote it. And you want to GC, I'll promote it. And I'm gonna put some stuff out there because it needs to be talked about, because it's not enough women checking women. And then I find out, and also throughout the years, I find out like women that in my age group, they are Jezebel Haggies.
That's my mother.
Oh, see, he ain't gonna get me in no damn trouble.
Oh no, I get enough with her. But she's very narcissistic, Jezebel. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. So, like, even my father half the time can't believe I've gone more like how he raised me than more than she raised me. And
let me ask you a question. Do you get along with her?
I do, yes, and I've learned to get along with her for the sake of the family. Put it that way.
Okay.
Because I'm the only one that'll stick up to her. So then it'll start like, major division in the family. And I've learned for the best of our family as a whole, just choose my battles, put it that way. I don't pick every battle with her. I choose the battles with her. So, which with if you know a true narcissist, you're never gonna win, really. So I don't,
Yeah, just
a
let
lot
it
of
roll
self
out.
growth on my behalf, not hers. Let's put it that way. So, yes, but yeah, I come from a very kind of feminist type of mother too. But I was also raised by both my grandmothers so much that I feel like they kind of more rubbed off on me. You stick it out with your husband. You never dog your husband. Well, at least I never saw that stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe behind, when nobody was around or something. But she's total opposite.
Okay. Yeah. Again, this is the underrated evening talk number 6. What's up, G man? What's good? What's good? What's good? Um, we gonna talk about things. What's going on here? I want to ask you this: what you think about Roe versus Wade?
Second, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my phone's a little choppy, but this it's a lot of division with it, and I am only way I stand on it is I just want stuff to be safe for people because I don't see it not stopping. And I guess I'm more worried now about maybe, the illegal aspect of it all. But I truly don't think it's right. It is murder. Yes, that's how I feel. But that's also a lot of self growth through that as a woman because I think I was so indoctrinated with my body, my choice, this and that we forget that it's like a child too.
Mm.
So I truly think it's going to bring a lot of issues in the beginning, but I really hope for our future of it. It'll make us all think, try, like maybe some of these, you know, not staying with our spouse or just having babies by whoever. A lot of this is going to change, I think, for the better. But I do think probably the first couple years, we're going to, it's not going to be good. Especially I see the generation like of teenage girls, early 20 girls right now that have been born into it. Like I was thinking it's all fine and grand, dandy, and now it's been taken away. And, at that age, you don't really understand the whole Planned Parenthood and what they doing with these fetus. Like there's a lot to it to where, it's swept under the rug kind of, or not talked about it with the younger girls that they more push this stuff on. And they don't even realize what's going on until maybe they are 30 after that happens. And then they have to heal double because they're already having issues. You know what I mean? Healing and then to think, oh God, I did this and like, maybe my child went into adrenochrome or something. It's just like the sickness of the world right now and the things that we think are okay with society. But I think everybody will be okay. I just think we're going to have to get through it as a whole.
Got you. Got you.
And support each other too. I'm always about supporting each other. That's why I don't like to get in, is it right or I'm on this side. That I just want women to feel safe. I don't want anybody going to no alleys or having their boyfriends beat them up, because they could die and the baby might not. It's just, there's a lot to play into it. And I also think, none of this matters to the elites. This is not for them. So like any other of these laws they make and pass, so it's all hypocritical too. Because I'm sure if one of those little elite girls don't want a baby, they'll be right in a hospital with some hush money.
That's true. Yeah. So before we continue, we're gonna introduce you, brother LB. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Much love. How are you?
He probably snapping on some food. Cause every time he on tour, he's snapping on some food. I'm picking on the brother. But anyways, I'm back. I'm back. Welcome to my channel. The underrated dog is yours truly, the number one grinder, also the underrated one. One of the best case secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. Yes, I am back. Yes, this is the original underrated one. We got the lovely sis Alexis in it. She is taking y'all. She's married. She's taking. They know right now. She's taking. Then we got my brother LB up in the building. My Virginia family. And this is the underrated even talk number 6. Welcome, brother. Excuse me.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hear you loud and clear.
Man, I just heard that story y'all talked about, man. That was a wild story, man. Jeez, man. Walk across the streets is all bucket naked, just indecent exposure and all that.
You look it up, it's there. I heard
Jesus Christ.
when I heard that, I heard it on the Real Dana channel. It's the Real Dana. You know,
Is this a
so
black girl that did this?
this historical black college, yes.
Oh, but you know,
Do
they
you
be
think?
having white people be going to HBCU, so you know I have to ask.
No, she's black.
This
She's
a black
black.
girl, man. They're gonna rake her ass through the freaking coals, man. They're gonna make her life a living hell, and they're gonna take her dang on scholarship away.
That's what I'm saying. There you
Now, if she
go.
was white, then you know she'd get a pass.
But why are you going to? Why are you
Yeah.
taking? Why?
What was like? Was she trying to what was the purpose? Like, I guess that's what I'm more like. Did you just,
All right. I'm gonna go by what I heard. Okay.
You mean what was her end game behind that?
like, yeah, like when people, like I
Well,
would
see,
say, like, yeah, the end game. Sorry, like,
I don't know. I don't. I'm just gonna speculate. You know what I'm saying? Typically, I don't like speculating until I get all the facts or whatever like that. But we in this situation now, and we in this era now where you got young people that just don't give a flying F, right? They don't give a fuck about nothing. They don't respect no rules. They don't respect no regulations. Hell, they don't respect the older generation. You got kids in their teenage years talking back to their mama and talking back to their daddy, disrespecting their family member, people who came before them and all that. These kids out here, being just complete reckless, man. And they don't understand that their action comes with consequences because as we always talk about, if if there's no discipline, if there's no boundaries, then you get reckless behavior. And when you don't discipline your children, then that's when they get emboldened to do this type of stuff. This type of thing right here, which is completely idiotic. You know, you about to lose a scholarship all because you want to show your titties out. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, when Janet Jackson, right, in the Super Bowl, right, when she had her titty out with a ninja star covering the nipple and all that, there was all this massive outrage behind that, right? So
oh yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
would. I thought people had like never seen a breast before when that happened.
Yeah.
What movies do you go to? Or, and I guess I'm like, I get the fact they're all saying, like, children watch the Super Bowl, but I'm also like, I don't know, the world we live in, I'm pretty sure little boys have seen a breast on, hell, maybe even a cartoon at this point. So,
cartoon, man. They're probably walking in. They're probably walking in because mama and daddy not responsible enough to lock the door. They're probably walking in at 2 a.m. because they have some nightmares about some kid bullying them and all that. And that kid probably walking in on mommy bouncing on daddy dick. So it's not like they hadn't seen a breast before. But you get these
yeah.
conservative groups out here all outraged and all that, man. I'm like,
Well,
get out of here. And they sitting up here
well,
talking about, well,
sorry.
like if I curse out in public, right? They be like, well, you shouldn't be cursing out in public because you got kids. I'm like, you curse your kids out more than I ever will. So get the fuck out of here.
Well, I found the story and I posted in the chat. I
No,
posted.
I was like, I got a lot from what you were saying because that was a lot. You were throwing it out good. Um, yeah, I guess I didn't really think, she just didn't give a fuck. I mean, I hate to sound like that because I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, like, you're right. This generation though, because I'm thinking she probably wore her little gown and cap, was naked under that, and it was time to walk. She probably took, you know what I mean? Because how did she get there, or how did she get to stay there naked? I should say, but just to think you don't give a, or your head, you in your head maybe she's thinking, oh, I did the damn thing. I'm graduating with almost a 4.0. I'm gonna do this, but yeah, the consequences, and like I'm just like the shame you gonna bring on your family, like that's some stuff you never lived down. Like they gonna be talking about that at your funeral. Like, great aunt so and so. It's just weird, like to think, because I would hate to think her parents didn't raise her right to do this. To be ooh. But I see it daily. Yeah, they don't respect. I don't know to say if they're in pain for like that's what it is or what, but there is no structure. It's very it's to the point where yeah, we're all seeing it. It's not and behind closed doors as it used to be.
You know, I'm wondering, right? So, was she like bucket naked at under the robe?
See, that's what I'm thinking. Like in my head, I'm thinking maybe she had to be able to sit there through the commencement like that, right? Because, like, wouldn't they have gotten her before she walked and tried to get her diploma? I don't know. I can't even comprehend doing something like that. So I hope it's not going to
Right.
be a new
I
fad.
mean, I mean, I mean, I'm like, what the hell possessed her? I mean, she was trying to express herself in some kind of way that she wasn't being listened to. And what I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around what in the devil would possess her to do some shit like that
Yeah,
and
yeah,
think
that's what
that it's gonna be well received.
yeah, like where this is okay to do, though. Like, this is like, yeah, wrap my head around it, especially as a woman. Because, you hear of prank stuff like that, like, somebody naked running across the football field, things like that. But I hate to say it was always the men, always the guys. But now you got women shooting each other out. So I don't even know what to say. I mean, we hear about at least once a week women literally getting in shootouts with each other. It's nuts to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Women getting the shootout, that ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? That
What
ain't
was it?
nothing new.
I just watched it. One girl was 18 and the other was 19, and they were shooting at somebody else, hit a bystander. Both of them are going to get life now. And it's just like, wow. Babies are just getting locked up. And the one had a baby. She was pregnant during the whole interrogation thing, too. That's the one thing I kept thinking. And she's pregnant. What was she thinking? Because one of them was the shooter and one was the driver, so they're both going to get basically they were breaking it down like the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna get the driver for being an accessory.
And that was the pregnant one, and her cousin was a year older, and she was the shooter. But everything's on camera now. You
Okay.
can't do nothing without it. Somewhere you're going to be on a camera recorded.
Yeah. Now, the story that we just talked about, I posted in the private chat, and also I posted in the in the chat too. So the story is right there. So Alexa, if you want to check it out in the back chat in the private, and also brother LB, it's right there. And then when I pull it up, it's Florida AM, Historical Black College. That's sad.
Yeah, this is really a photo shoot like this in front of the sign and everything. Yeah, they're gonna get her. She can't be doing something.
And let me
Her
say,
masters or something's gonna be taken because the backlash of it all.
and let me repeat to the people again that I say this like over 30 minutes ago. Her GPA was 3.8. Like Sister Lex said, she was no dummy. Her GPA again was 3.8. Just as they get Brittany Grinder 9 years. Now, there's people who has called her, and this is not no bashing black women. No, because there are quite a few men that support the bullshit too. So let me put that out there right now. But they call her as American hero. You should know better how Russia is.
That was my number one question the entire time. Why was she in Russia? Who vacations in Russia?
She played basketball, so she played more over there. But she should know better.
Look,
Yeah, because they wasn't her first time going to Russia though.
It wasn't. That's the problem.
She been going there for years. She been playing basketball over there for years.
For years, right?
I didn't even know that part of it. So yeah, what was she thinking? Yeah. Because I thought she was there on vacation or something. I kept going, who vacations in Russia? But either way, what was she thinking even trying to? I would have left everything there and just would have bought new when I got back. That's just playing with fire.
She has some vapor and stuff. You know how Russia is.
Yeah.
And so, but this country, they got a lot of people so fickle-minded, brainwashed. They feel, oh, we need to get out of here and stuff. But see, sometimes we don't like to hear the harsh truth. Like these men keep on messing with these women, don't love you. So if they dog you out, that's on you. You wrong, JT. You hate when you supposed to. I'm not rooting for somebody that knows the law, and you figured that you can, like, you a star that you can get away with murder. Russia is a dictator. They one of the last superpowers that goes on dictatorship. I mean, besides South Korea and China. I mean, North Korea. I mean,
Years in the bean for that, bro. Hey, you know, hey, you know I've been overseas there, JT, right?
yes.
I've been in the military. I did 20 years, man. Hey, you know, outside of ticket, right? I got firsthand knowledge. I've been in like 18 different countries, man. Look, they don't play. Some of them countries don't play. Like Turkey, like, okay, so me put y'all on game, right? Giving y'all game
Go
from
ahead,
1999.
please.
So a lot of countries have MOAs and MOUs, which is like memorandum of agreements with the United States or whatever like that. They be having embassies in these countries or whatever, right? So like if you get in trouble, they'll call the embassy, they'll coordinate with the ambassador there and all that, and they'll get you home, right? But some countries like Turkey don't have that. They don't have that MOU. Where if you get in trouble over there, you stuck. You stuck. Ain't no Fourth Amendment where you get right to a speedy trial and all that. They can keep you there as long as they want to keep you. So, and a lot of Americans be having that stigma, like just because they're an American, they can go over there, do whatever they want, say whatever they want with no consequences and repercussions. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it don't work like that.
And they really don't like us over there, like in other
Some people,
countries.
right?
Well, I
Some
don't want to
countries
say
will.
everybody, but I think they just know we're American. It doesn't matter what color, creed, whatever. We just have a bad rap around the world at this point, I feel like. And thank you for serving too. But because I remember there's a movie, if anybody can find it, it's called Broke Down Palace, and it's with Claire Danes. I remember I was in middle school when this movie came out. I can't remember the other actress, but they get they're in some island. I'm gonna say Taiwan because we all know that's what's been in the news, so it's like in my mind. But I know it was not Taiwan. It was something in the south, over there though, the South China Sea area, maybe Philippines. But either way, a situation happens and these guys plant drugs. It's a true story too. Plants drugs on them, and I mean what they go through in this prison, and basically, the one girl takes the rap for both of them, so her friend can get out and tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
And or just watch Locked Up Abroad. Like other countries, like do not play. It makes our jails and prisons look nice. It's like you said, a speedy trial, things like that. Even the facilities, and I'm not saying ours are humane.
Yeah, yeah. So I want y'all to listen to Brother LB, man. He served our country for 20 years, so he knows what he's talking about. Even Ticket TV. Yes. I remember it was one time when I was with the ex. This I was living in New York, and we were on a cruise, and we got off at Ochos Rios, Jamaica. And I told well the ex, he said, yeah, they want to take us. And no, look. We're not going no deep, no town that we cannot get back. You know that we got to get back. We got to be on that boat. And instead of 305, we got to be at 235 because we got to be on the we got we be on our way to the next island. And she got mad. You always hold me back. I said, do you know where they go out? They do shootings out there. But she got mad at me. She wouldn't even talk to me for almost a day. And come to find out, some of the ones at the was at the was at the cruise. They just got when I told them they just got back in the nick of time. They got back in the nick of time, and they were saying that they even hear some shots, but they got away though. So that's what I always tell people: when you traveling in these certain places, know the history. Got to know the history. No matter if you're flying or you take a boat or whatever, or go a train, whatever it is, you got to know these parts. You got to know these parts.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Man. And then I remember one time I was overseas. I was out in Dubai, right? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was out in Dubai, and I'm like, their laws over there, PDA, public display of affection, that get you locked up, that get you
Mm.
arrested. You kiss somebody out in public, you could be with your girlfriend, you tongue kissing her out in public, that could get your ass arrested. You can't even go on no porn site, right? If you try going Naughty America or one of them other porn sites, that thing is blocked. I'm telling you, the laws over there, and that's why I keep trying to tell people, look, you can't impart American culture and American values over there because they got their own traditions and their own cultures and their own values and ideology that you need to respect and all that. No different than if someone were to come over here and try to. Can you imagine a group of Arabs like the Taliban try to come to the United States and try to impart Taliban ideology over here? You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers get their ass beat.
Oh
So
yeah. And I agree with you on that. Definitely, if you're going to go to someone's country or another country, you need to follow their laws and respect their culture. Especially the big, respect the culture, because you might not know you're breaking a law. Somebody might be a lot nicer to you and tell you, okay, you might get away with it if you're respectful to these people, then have, flip up, get mad. Don't get mad. But there's a way to go about things too. Because I always say that, with traveling, you have to respect where you're at. You want to probably know the history, like you were saying, but let's say you don't, but at least just respect the people and the culture, and definitely try to follow the laws of the land.
Especially like if you go on cruise, right? I would tell people this: it'd be better wherever place you go, make sure you be close to the cruise.
Yes.
So anything happen, you be within that area. Do not go deep in there. I don't care what your significant one said, the man or woman. Do not. And now I'm telling you this: have those talks while you're planning this trip. Sketch the place out. Look up some current events. Listen, this is we're gonna go right here. I know you want close get right here, but we want to go. Well, we can get the next island the next day and stuff. So anything happens, we know where we know when we can leave. And you gotta have those talks. You gotta have those talks, y'all.
Yeah, and I did on our cruise. They left people. We watched them leave the people. So
Oh
you're
yeah, me
right. They
too.
don't play. You will get left on a cruise ship. Like if they tell you to be there, like you said, 5 o'clock, you better be on the ship at 4:30, just to be
And,
safe.
and I'm saying like that, I go one day better. Be there at least an hour and a half or 2 hours before that.
man, look, if I was on a cruise ship, I mean, of course, I've done time in the Navy and all that, but if I was ever on a cruise ship, I'm not leaving that motherfucker under no circumstances, man, because I don't want to be in no position where you got to be back at 5 o'clock, and you don't get back at 5 o'clock, they pull off on your ass. You're fucking boy, you are so fucked.
I was having an anxiety attack for the group they left. I was like, what's gonna happen to them? And everybody's like, too bad they should have been here. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me tell you this. It was one time. It was one of the times I went to, it was the ex because I was like went to like maybe four or five different cruises. But the last cruise we went to, I said, look. At the time, our relationship was going, but he was going through moves, and I was like, look, no, you ain't talking to me. He said he gonna leave. They gonna say he gonna leave at 4:35. We gotta get here like at least 3 o'clock. But look, you can be mad at me if you want. And there was this lady. She was like, husband, like, look, we got to get on that. We got to get on at 2:35. You don't tell me what to do. We got time. Why you just have a good time? Look, all right. So the kid, I never forget. The kid said, "You know what I said, Daddy? We with you." I said, "Okay." They got their stuff. They got on, and you see the wife was running, but it was too late because they put the stuff up, the stairs on the cruise. What I'm going to do? Find your way. I don't know. And I remember it was people were actually crying.
Yeah, I'll be crying too. And
Yeah.
all we did is like Nassau and one of those islands that the cruise ship owns in the Bahamas, But shoot, our taxi cab driver hit a pedestrian in Nassau, told us to get out, and he drove away. So I'm telling you, don't go far from the ship. Everything for you should be, 20 minutes from the ship. Top.
I'm trying to tell you, man, if they say they're gonna leave at 3:05, I'm telling y'all, get there at least an hour and a half or 2 hours. Be safe. I'm telling y'all, don't play no Russian roulette. Oh, I keep on talking. No, establish that. I'm telling y'all, I've been to cruises, unless it's you right. They will leave because they gotta leave at a certain time to be on a certain
They
island.
don't wait. They do not wait. I mean, and
They
tell you
cannot
that.
wait.
They tell you it a million times too, over the loudspeakers, the night before at dinner. Like they give you all these, we will leave you type of situation. You'll hear it from everybody. They leave people, and
And it's
sure enough,
worse.
a group got left. And I just was thinking, what are they gonna do? Where are they gonna stay? And everybody's like, that's their problem. I was like, oh.
And especially sometimes they leave early because they got to deal with the conditions. So sometimes they go to certain parts. It rain and it blows. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you got to deal with high sea states and all
right,
that.
exactly, right. So they
Yeah.
gotta leave a certain
Yeah.
time. That's what I'm saying, man.
So yeah, they got a certain time. They got to be some places, whatever like that. So if there's a situation where they'll leave early, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I can tell you that just by being on being on the ship in the Navy for all these amount of years and all that. Because they ain't because the same principle apply for like the Royal Caribbean or like the Carnival Cruise Line and all that.
Mhm.
Look, if they tell you to be there at a certain time, they ain't waiting on you. If you 1 minute late, well, you just 1 minute late, shit out of luck, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They not waiting.
No,
Once they pull that brow,
it's
it's
done.
game time. So I know for me, if I go on a cruise line, I mean, there's enough things to do on the ship to where you ain't gotta leave that motherfucker no way.
My uncle never did. You're right. He stayed right in the casino. He's like, go
Yeah,
out.
you got a casino, bowling alley, shit. If I
Yeah.
wanna fuck my
Mm-hmm.
girl in the damn in the room,
Sleep. So you can party
sleep.
all night,
Right.
But there are some people they want to splice around. They want to get this and that. They feel like I'm in confined in the thing. Why I need? Well, look I told like that. I'm good at I'm good at the ship. I'm good.
And you ain't got no reason to leave that bastard, man. You already paid all that money to be on it. And then you paying for all the amenities and all that, you know what I'm saying? If you really that desperate to leave the ship, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know
Listen,
why would you be that desperate to leave the ship.
people like you know what it is. I'm gonna tell you. People like
I ain't never
get
been
some
to the
clothes.
We
Bermuda.
went to like the little marketplace but it's
Right.
literally set up right in front of all the cruise ships. So it's like,
That's different.
yeah, yeah. So, you know what I mean? Just to get off, I guess, to walk around. I mean, I was 15, my brother was 16, and then we had our two little cousins as well. So I'm sure, but we were back in time. Like it was no, oh, let's go explore the island. It was like, we're going to go, to the little flea market area and you buy your little islander, look like you've been to the islands, all that stuff, and get right back on the ship. It's, the pool's on the ship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and
you
then you
got
have a
pools,
saltwater
casino.
pool too. So if you need the ocean water, it's on the ship. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, yeah.
yeah. Ain't they got like a bowling alley on the ship too?
Oh, everything. Theaters, bowling, casinos. I mean, anything you want is on the ship. Yeah.
Even stuff for kids. They got kid disco.
Yeah, because me and my brother with the teenage night every night. We couldn't wait. And it was open till 3 a.m. And my mom even let us stay out because she was like, where can they go? They're on a ship. You know what I mean? So all of like the teenagers that we thought we were so cool, we were ordering like peanut butter, grilled cheese at 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
then the
Everything free on
kids,
there.
yeah, and then the kids have a kids area too. That's like, what was it? Up to 12 years. I think you had to be potty trained, I'm sure. But I remember my little cousins, they couldn't wait to go there when it opened. And they had stuff during the day for them as well. We did karaoke one day during the day with them. They let us teens come and hold karaoke with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
remember.
there's stuff to do. There's babysitters,
Yeah.
You can even hire a babysitter if everything's closed. They have like a service where you can hire one of those people to be your babysitter. It costs money, but let's say you ain't done partying.
They even got liquor store in there.
Yeah, no tax,
Hey,
nothing taxed.
ain't all the buffet like 24 hours or some shit? You can go in there and
Yeah,
eat.
anything, any food, seafood, Italian food, all that shit. You get anything you want. You can have it delivered to your room.
If it's not on the menu, they'll still make it for you any
Yeah.
time
What?
of day. Yeah, you could just be like,
Yes.
I want sushi. We would get, like I'm telling you, in the teen room, right around 2, we would all get tired, of like the music and stuff. So we'd all start going out to the deck, and there's phones all around. And we just picked the phone up, and we was like ordering tons of food. It didn't, whatever we wanted, they brought. It was crazy.
That's true. Well, because I remember one time when I went on the cruises with that again, I said, shit, I want some burgers, some fries. And I called them up. I said, do you want to bring it? So now I walk in. That shit was ready. I ate that shit and walked back. Yeah. Now the only thing you have to get is like if it's a bar, you gotta buy your own, buy your own liquor and stuff. But sometimes the bartender, you get that shit for free. Yeah. All right. But welcome. This is the Underrated Darkness. This is my channel, Underrated Darkness. Y'all truly the underrated one. We got brother LB and sister Alexis. This is the underrated evening talk number 6. And we talking about different things on here. Matter of fact, y'all can pick what y'all want to talk about, and we can build on that. If you're still there.
Yeah. It's up to y'all. Anything. I'll build.
Now you can pick it.
I'm not good at picking topics.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, you put me on the spot. So, yeah, I'll build with anything, truthfully. I'm trying to think what's been in the news lately that there's never anything good. So,
Oh yeah, well there's one we can definitely talk about. There are some people saying that Trump might be running again in 2024.
and then I'm hearing he's going to prison.
That's not true.
That ain't true. He ain't going to prison.
Yeah, I didn't think that would happen, but that's what they're all trying to push. But I thought he said he was going to run again.
Yeah, he did. That's the talk.
Yeah. I don't know. So,
And it seems like the Republicans is not pushing back on it. So, but I do want to talk about that crooked Biden, man. That I think he's no good, dirty man. He no good, man. Kids he tell 8-year-old they have the right to change their sexes. But they're 8 years old. They're no good body. Hey, Tampa Supreme. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for coming. Chocolate Tina, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Go.
Who said the 8-year-old should see, this is what to me is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's allowing 8-year-olds to even, why are 8-year-olds thinking about what sex they want to be and things like that? At 8 years old, you ain't supposed to be thinking of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's deeper than rap though, my sister, and it's it's basically the government trying to control how the household should be raised and all that, right? You got one side that's involved in culture war, right? And then you got another side, trying to, mess with biology and all that, right?
Yes.
And that's why you got that dimwit Ketanji Snitch 9, right? Or Ketanji Brown Jackson, right? Sitting up there talking about, well, I don't, she out there don't know why identifies as a woman. Meanwhile, she is a woman. Her kid sitting right behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid sitting there cheesing like a goddamn Chessy cat, right? You run around here looking like goddamn Barney with that purple jacket on, and you don't know what the hell defined as a woman. You got titties, ovaries, a pussy, a uterus, and everything else, but you don't know what the hell defines as a woman. The fuck out of here! Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble, get that pussy book and send it to her house. Get that book called Pussypedia, just in case she need a refresher what the hell defines as a woman.
Well, some man, I think his name's like Matt Walsh. He did a whole thing about, I'm going to find it. We could do a build on this, y'all, one day. Play it, kind of do a build about it. It's, wow.
Is she on the Supreme Court?
Yeah. So this was, yeah. But this man is interviewing doctors, people, all asking, what's the definition of a woman?
Yeah, Walls, yo, he ain't no joke. Yo, he be putting pressure on him. Yeah.
Man, the one woman said pretty. I was like, what?
Yeah.
A woman said pretty. I was thinking, oh shit, we're in trouble, y'all. Like, we are so real trouble, but yeah, he had doctors all upset, these psychiatrists. I was in tears because, they kept telling him, well, you sound transphobe or whatever. And he's going, but I'm just asking what is like the definition of a woman. That like what makes a woman? And these psychiatrists, they were so mad. It's worth watching just to laugh at the psychiatrists and they all say something different. It's very disturbing too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it is.
It's disturbing to think and they're just pushing it.
Yeah, this pushing this bullshit though. Get this, right? To become a nurse or a doctor, you have to know what defines as what a man or a woman. Because look, last time I checked, right, when you come out, right, if when the sperm hit the egg or whatever like that, either one or two things gonna happen. Two X's, you're a girl, and XY, you're a boy. Not no XYZ, you come out as a chick with a dick. No, it's not work like that.
Yo, or half puss and half D. Yo, I mean, like, let me see.
Some of them I can't tell if they're man or woman.
And also, let me put this out there. I did a chopper with Brother Shango. I believe it's on this channel. I didn't believe it's on this channel, I think. And do you know there are hundreds of different flags of homosexuality? Let me say it again. There are hundreds of different flags of homosexuality. Yes, it is.
What I mean, so what flag could there be?
Man, they make up flags every day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to Brother Shango because he said he wanted. Yo, he, and I'm telling you, I had documents. When I find it there, I'm gonna say it to you and Alexis. Yes. Chocolate team. There are hundreds of different flags of homosexuality. Different
Ain't that
groups.
a bitch?
Yes. And it's global too. And like
global?
You maybe global. It's global.
So there's probably one for like non-binary, one for lesbian.
And they are higher elites and they are underground elites. Yes, and I'm talking about disturbing story. I ain't gonna say it
That's just
tonight,
crazy,
but
bro.
it's I'm telling you what I know, what I heard. Brother Shango has showed me. It's disturbing. And he said they make flags up right now. Matter of fact, when we were doing the live, he said they just make this flag up. A group of one group make this flag up just a day ago.
Where's
They
our
make flags
straight
every
people
day.
flag? I'm still waiting on a flag for us straight people in a month.
They ain't gonna be nothing. You know how straight flag is? United States of America.
Yeah. At least
That's
give us a month, then everybody else get a month.
or African American flag. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and then I'm gonna tell, and let me repeat it again. There are hundreds of different flags of homosexuality. So when people saying that, oh, you gotta understand, they should be respected. Nah. I'm telling you, brother Shane, I'm like, God, I like what he said, big bro. Man. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna see, because I'm gonna see go. Y'all keep on talking. I'm trying to get on the phone, come over here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's out of control. And when they make pedophilia, do you know if it's already been passed in California? I knew it was like they were trying to pass it as a sex type or something. I can't keep up with these people. But heck, I just found out you can go to Denmark and legally sleep with animals if you want to. Like, what is the matter with you?
What?
Yep. It's legal to do bestiality. So like all the elite, somebody was telling me it's disgusting to know, like, people are really like they've made a business like brothels with animals in it for rich people to come sleep with animals. It's very disturbing to think about. But it's
But you know what? That's why we got all these got dang on diseases right now. Motherfucker want to have raw tiger sex.
exactly. Yep. Yeah. I'm like, well, because I don't know, people are weird, y'all. Like, what the hell? But yeah. So
That's why we got
market's
these
legal.
monkeypox and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Someone trying to get one in on a baboon and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's where it all comes. Yeah, all of them come from animals. You're right. So, because isn't herpes from like the reptile family or something too? And yeah, they all come from an animal though. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you that like what you just said, that's happening to them. To people say, oh, they don't do United States. Oh, the United States. Oh, yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. And they be in them farm, like these farm states and all like that.
You better check those Amish out. We always, every few years up here in northern Indiana, one of them's getting in trouble for some type of animal abuse,
Bad,
bestiality.
bad. You hear this sheep
Mm-hmm.
going bad, bad.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, them Indian country. Let me tell you, them Indian country. You know how a man is not a virgin no more. He do a female sheep.
Yeah. It's
It's true. It's true, baby. I want
goat
people
sheep. Yep.
and people say they telling the truth on the panel, y'all. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they'll be
Yep.
like, hey, look, hey, man, where you about to go? Hey, man, I'm about to dig down this billy goat right here. I'll be back. You know?
Bah. Bah. Yo.
Goat boy off of SNL for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, what happened?
What
Yo,
was Goat Boy? Care was that? Oh, that
yo.
one of them.
What do you mean? That lady didn't give me no puss, but I know I can give you some puss for a goat. That is sad, man. Hey, people, sad.
it's so over sexualized. It's like, how did
It
we get
is.
this way? It's so over sexualized. And I get media, muse, all of that, but it's like, when did parents stop? I don't want to say caring, but like putting their foot down, I guess. I don't know.
They are. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you when I find out throughout the years, sis. They are parents out here that homosexual is what it is what it is. Long as I ain't, as long as I don't, as long as I ain't about it, it's okay. There are some that they think is okay. So when you will talk about it, they're trying to make it seem that you're wrong, that you have to accept for what it is.
Or
And
you'll
there are
get a
some,
hate crime. Yeah, you'll get a hate crime. Like they'll say, "Oh, you're the hateful one." You know. Yeah, we can't talk about it. It's horrible, especially for the children, because it's just so confusing. Like the other night, we're in Target, and I'm open about stuff with my daughter. She's almost 10, and she needs to know. I I don't think she needs to know half the stuff she knows that I've taught her, but it's because I want to be the one to teach it to her, not society. So, but she did. She said, "Is that a man or a woman?" And I looked. I said, "It looks like a woman." Started walking. I said, "That's a man. It's walking like a man." Like It's sad though that she'll be 10 in October. That she is starting to really see it.
mhm.
But I'm
Yeah.
happy she's questioning me, and like she's asking me the questions and not just following or whatever. But it's just like, damn, I never thought. We knew what gay people were at 10, but I don't know. It's just so much.
Yeah. Let me go. Yo, shout out to the brother She Stays Sleep and also brother Reality. Thanks for coming. Let me put my email. Anybody that wants to get on, you get on through email. You get on through email. And so we talking. This is the underrated afternoon. I mean the underrated evening talk number 6. I want you to go check out She Stay Sleep channel. He did a powerful live stream that is timeless today. Um, Also want to check out Reality. Bonnie Rose, she plays some beautiful music and with a message on it. So in case like if you work at home, you can listen to that. So and I'm back, baby. I'm back. The underrated one is back. But on this channel, we support the real. We talked about the real. Even is not popular. And so we have to understand that us as heterosexuals, we under attack. Our family's under attack. Your feminine is under attack. Also, your masculinity is under attack. There are people in this space right now. We are, like I said again. Let me. I want people to see what I'm talking about. I want you to understand this. There are people in this space, right? That they don't believe about families. They don't believe about the man and woman relationship. They don't believe about the children has to be molded by two parents. They don't believe in marriages. They don't believe in relationships. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Got to see. We have to understand that, and we have to stay firm. We're going to talk about righteousness. That's part of being the righteous way. To understand God's vision, parents' vision, children's vision, family vision, wrapping one. We have to understand that we have to constantly fight against this evilness of the people in this world have presented to us. Because they pushing it. And the sad thing about it is ones that looks like us. We have to understand that. And also there are some women that act like men, and these men act like women. They're a bunch of funny boys out there. And they are Mr. Patricias out there in this piece too.
Yep, there's the guy that went in as Michael came out as Michelle.
Right. Mr. Saul Pillsbury boy wearing a dress. Yeah. Cooking with CER. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you and your family. And salute the ones that came in the chat and your families too. And
I just don't like the fact they're trying to push this, because they're trying to push this thing in elementary school, man. You
yes.
got kids out here being all confused about what they are. Look. I'm gonna look down. Do you see a dick? Or you see a penis, yeah, all right, that makes you a boy, right? And you got two nut sacks, or two dingleberries, or two little things hanging off your shit, right? That makes you a boy, okay? That makes you a man. You grow up, you can become a man, all right? So I'm gonna teach you manly values, right? Pumpkin, right? Because that's why I call my daughter. I call her my little pumpkin, right? Pumpkin, you look down, right? You don't have a dick. Guess what? You are a female, right? Okay. Now we established that. All right. Don't be confused of what you are. Don't let the media out here try to
Mhm.
pump a whole bunch of bullshit in your ear. Don't listen to these teachers out here pumping that nonsense. Right? And this is incumbent upon the parents to establish that. Right? But look, when we got a situation here where you got kids having kids that's 16, 17 years old or whatever like that, right? And I'm not saying this to everybody, this applies to everybody or whatever like that, right? But what I'm saying is the younger the children, and they don't know no, they still learning of how to be a man or a woman and all that, and they trying to teach these kids how to become how to be, listen to their parents and all that. So you got a dynamic. The younger they are, these kids still want to go out and party. They still want to have a good time. They don't want their adulthood or their young adulthood being robbed from them, because when they were like 16 years old or 17 years old at the prom, and they found this dude they thought that was the love of their life, and he knocked them up and he left them high and dry for another woman, right?
Uh-huh.
So you got this dynamic going on, right? And you don't, and then the kid unfairly gets dropped off at the grandparents' house or at the great grandparents' house, because this person got to work, or this person here want to go party, right? This person here at a aunt's or uncle's house, you got that one drunk uncle that can't keep his hands to himself, and then you got that one aunt, she want to roll one up and smoke it like it's no tomorrow, right? So if you got those family dynamics going on, it leaves the kid in a very vulnerable state to where, all kinds of shit can happen to that kid. And that kid get traumatized. And look, and like I said, I'm not trying to speak for everybody, and I'm not trying to speak like this happens in every situation. But generally speaking, particularly in the low income households or whatever like that, right? This is what we're facing.
Yeah, it's true. And also too, and I urge mother and fathers talk about this too. And I remember my mom's, she had talked to me about this too. You gotta be careful of some of these, and then people see you picking on these women. No, I'm not picking on the women. I'm just going by my mama. She said, no woman should not ask you to sit on her lap. No woman should not be close to you rubbing your head. You hear me? So we got to get back and tell that truth too. And it was one time that one of our friends came to the house, and at that time I was the youngest. I was the youngest, and she told one of her friends, said, "Yeah, won't you give me a hug? Why you ask my son to give you a hug? Oh, come on, now. No, I don't play that. No." Don't let it happen again. Then I remember my mom said, we going to grandma's house later on. It was like early afternoon. I said, okay. So I was I'll never forget, I was putting my sneakers on, my basketball sneakers on. So I sat on the couch and she was right close to me and said, you gotta leave. What do you mean? No, you got to go. And I remember my mom late for us, no, you gotta get out of here. And then said, son, you all right? I said, I'm fine. So you gotta have those talks, y'all. Parents, you gotta have those talks. Gotta have those talks. Gotta have those talks. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I'm
no,
sorry. I mean,
go.
no, it's true, though, too. And I always say, I've heard, people say it before, but if your child doesn't want to hug somebody too, don't force them, even if it is like their great grandma or something. You know, it's something like that we kind of push on our children, like, oh, give so and so a hug. But if your children does not want to hug someone, do not make them do it.
Yeah.
It's something that I just know, like a child has a little, their own little sixth sense. And if they have a reason why they don't want to go around someone, trust that and peep it out. And as a parent, you better have your eyes opened at all times. It ain't no joke no more. No, we have we have been way open about what's happened in the past in people's families, family friends, things like that. This has got to stop. We have got to talk to our children. And I hate to say it, but the men, the boys, get it so bad, and we don't think of them ever as being the ones. We always think of a little girl being touched or raped. It happens to the little boys too. A lot of times they say in statistics it happens to more boys than girls, but they'll truly never know because that's like taking a part of your manhood and masculinity, and there's a lot to it for the man psyche of it all. So it's deep. It's really deep, and we have to remember this stuff, you know. So I
Yeah.
agree.
To
And it
have
has
those
to be
talks.
things you talk to your children about too. You can't just expect your children to know, you know, they might have a weird feeling, yeah, or something, but that doesn't mean they know, no. So
Right, exactly. And even throughout, even when we did the two parts, sis, we was Alessia told me one time it was somebody that I forgot the story, but it was a story that a teacher was molesting this little boy for years, and they never believed him.
yeah, yeah. Like it's horrible. Like what I have done my own little research with it with the boys, because I have a son and a daughter, but it's like heart wrenching to think, and then what the whole psyche of it causes growing up for a boy to into a man, and how they lash out differently than girls. So it's a lot to it.
Yeah, I, and man, I like, and that's one thing that doesn't get talked about enough. They talk about teacher shortages and what they put in the textbooks and all that. But when you got teachers out here giving lap dances to school students on their birthday, like one black woman did a long time ago out in Texas, and then you got out here in Culpeper, right? Culpeper's like about half an hour west of where I live at in Fredericksburg, JT.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you had a high school teacher, right? Black dude, right? He out here providing the kid a cell phone, right? And he want the kid to send him naked pictures of himself and all that crap. And that happened recently. As a matter of fact, I posted on Facebook. And I was like, man, I mean, this type of shit right there, man. You know, it's it's already bad enough they're putting up bullshit in the textbooks, right? Especially when it comes to history and the whole what America stands for and the whole birth of America and all that, because all you heard about when we were growing up is about, oh well, they had the Revolutionary War, we had the Boston Tea Party that led up to the Revolutionary War, but you ain't heard about George Washington and all these other dudes having a whole bunch of slaves and all that. You ain't heard about that. And you ain't heard about the racism that went on in this country. You didn't hear about Black Wall Street. They try to make racism like it was a good. They try to make slavery like it was a good thing.
Yeah, good on board then. Yeah.
And then when we ask for reparations and all that, oh well, we don't got no money, it's not feasible. But yet you got these white folks and camel toe, oh camel toe, sitting up here trying to tell you that, oh man, they want to lump everything else in the as slavery, like not wearing masks or mask mandates, or what Kamala did the other day when she was trying to get her sister girl hustle on. I forgot what she said that the women's reproductive rights, the whole Roe v. Wade thing. She tried to equate that with slavery.
Oh, and what? Okay, because I saw that she had made an uproar with, but I didn't, I didn't click on it because she really bothers me. I don't like her at all and what she stands for. So I try not to make myself get upset with politicians. So that's what happened. Okay.
And also too, there's a senator was twerking in the beach.
There we go. When you put me on the spot, yes, that's what. So, because it kind of brings me back to that girl that was doing that at the college. It's like, well, these are the women she looking up to, and yeah, the senators twerking on the beach.
She twerking on the beach, and look, she had some dookie stains smeared on the left side of her thigh. What the hell was that?
Yo! I'm telling you one thing. It wasn't no Nestle Crunch. I can tell you that. They look mad, stinky, nasty. Look at I don't know. She had a Nestle shitty farm or something. I don't know, man. But they look bad. But see, these are the same women. They say we want a real man. How we could take you seriously, but you got shitty stains on your left thing, and you.
Hey, but she LGBT though. That woman, that particular woman who
she
was twerking
lesbian,
upside
right?
down. Yeah, she carpet munching.
Yeah, so on top of it all, yeah, she's pushing that agenda. I was just like, these are it used to be you looked up to the women, that were in high powers and things, and now it's like, do not look at them. Lord only knows what the hell they gonna be doing, because my thing is, you are not 20 years old.
That's right, Bonnie Rose. You're absolutely right. She said that's why some parents teach homeschool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Right on time. Absolutely
Yes.
right. And I'm going to say this, though, too. The LGBT, yesterday pushing this gay and lesbians, they pushing I know they push the men too. I got to acknowledge that. But these women are pushing it too. And I'm going to tell you this, men, you better be real careful, because you might mess with women got some shitty stains up in here, and she hates you as a man.
Yeah, and then, hey, look. My thing is, look, if you want to be gay, right? If you want to sit up here and eat pussy like a puppy child, go right ahead. But just don't be trying to impart that shit on everybody else and think that's gonna be acceptable. Like these TSs out here, these transformers, right? These, that's why I call them transformers, right? And you got the transsexual community, right? Trannies or whatever makes your big sizzle. I call them transformers, right? Well, these transformers out here, they want to sit up here and conceal the fact that there was a man at one point or a woman at one point and all that, and then they get deep into a relationship, and then they just when they feel comfortable enough to tell their partner that, hey, look, at one point I was a man, or at one point I was a woman, or some shit like that. How the fuck are they supposed to handle? You supposed to listen. And then what gets on my nerve is, right, as I'm being all tongue twisted trying to explain this shit, right? They're sitting up here trying to control how the other person should react to it. And that gets on my nerves too. It's like almost a form of manipulation. Look, if you was born a chick with a dick, right? Don't sit up. If you was a chick with a dick, right? Look, that shit need to be established in the beginning. Don't try to hide the shit. But then again, man need to do a better job of fucking identify if she's Stephen or Stephanie, right?
No, you see, or
For real.
brother LB and Lexus, or be careful, and she takes the whole thing, and that semen takes the whole thing plus the balls, and that added apple still there. You know,
Yeah, that Adam's apple is a dead giveaway, man. Hey man, I'm like, you saw your voice kind of deep. Was you a man at one point? No, I wasn't a man. I'm sorry.
right? Yeah, man. Yeah. Look, your tongue look real white, man. You had that nice cum ice cream, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I told one right there, said, "Oh yeah, hey, get away from me now." What you gonna do? Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna get locked the fuck up. So let me wait for another bus. I did. I'm gonna get locked up. And
Oh
then
man, I almost
go.
caught a charge one day, man. Some dude tried to reach for my dick, man. I was like, look, man. I'm like, look, bro. I don't float that boat, right? I don't float that boat. A chair will go in the back of your fucking head real quick. I told him straight up, I'm like, look, I'll have sex with a girl that look like a silverback gorilla before I have sex with a dude, right? I just let him know straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let him know. Look, and then some dude, and then I was in DC one weekend. I didn't know they had a gay parade out there. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even the rats were skipping down the street as lesbians and shit like that. That's how serious that shit was, right? So I'm in, I'm walking. I'm walking out my hotel room, going to this spot called. It used to be the spot called the Front Page or whatever like that. They ain't there no more. Crying emojis. But anyway, um, I'm going down there. Some dude in a wedding dress checking me out, looking at me up and down. I walked by him like, look, I like pussy, and just kept on moving. And it's like, look, these dudes out here being bold about their gayness, man. I'm like, look, you gotta let them know right off the rip. You can't leave nothing to chance. You can't be letting no motherfucker like no goddamn Jesse Lee Peterson. What you want to do? Huh? What you really, really want to do? Motherfucker, I'm gonna blow your goddamn head off. That's what I'm gonna do if you don't shut the fuck up.
Well, that's what I always say. This is why these people you find transgenders murdered everywhere, because it's like y'all can't be playing these games with people. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I hear about it and it's just like, then it's a hate crime, this and that. But it's like, nah, he probably didn't tell the person he was a man.
And
It's
he
like
did.
that. Like, let's not act retarded, y'all. Because a lot of men I know, that's what exactly is gonna happen. You're gonna have something go right through your forehead, the back of your head, something, because that's not cool. And then just to think that they feel like they don't have to tell people, it's disturbing.
I
And
mean, yeah, that's something that's
yeah.
something. Hey, look, why you think Benzino didn't want that shit getting out? You know what I'm saying?
Tell the
Benzino out
story.
here, huh?
Tell the story.
All right, well, so there's this rapper, right? Corny ass rapper by the name of Benzino. Had a long time beef with Eminem, right? He was dating this she for many years, right? And he was trying to keep it on the down low. Nobody has to know, right? So apparently, the she got tired of living in secrecy, right? So the she exposes all the text messages between him, her, and Benzino, right? The Transformer. Expose all the damn text messages and all that, right? Because the Transformer want this thing to be public. Benzino want to keep this thing in private because he was trying to salvage what little bit left of a rap career he did had. Now, if you ask me
Really
personally,
quick,
the Batman never had a rap career because he's corny as fuck.
Yeah, and he's from Boston. We don't claim him. But it actually recorded him too. Remember, there was like voice recordings as well. That's
Oh
all I
yeah,
wanted to say.
all that recording, all that bussy loving going on.
So you trying to say he was a Cape Cod bussy boy?
He's
Yeah,
from
they don't fucking
Dorchester, I'm
claim.
pretty
Yeah, they
sure.
don't fucking claim Benzino no way.
No, say he's from my he's I think Four Corners and I'm a Fields Corner. But
Okay.
yeah, nobody claim him. Like it's a joke, They'll tell you he's from the suburbs, really, but he's not. He's not. They'll be like, no, he's from Dorchester, Boston. Because he was from my borough, like that my dad lives in out there. So
Alright, yo, so he was a bussy boy back in the day.
so that was wild because I
Yeah,
was
man. Yeah. Oh yeah, Benzino. Yeah, he a bussy boy. That's why. That's why his kid. That's why I played. That's why I sang that R. Kelly song. Keep it on the down low.
That's crazy, yo. So
That
so
motherfucker
so
practiced that religion of bussyism.
you say you on the Navy, so safe to say, so so his he loves the Panama Canal, huh?
Oh yeah, he like he hey who hey. There's more things in that Panama Canal than it meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, he like dick.
There you go. There you go. That's
it
crazy.
just shows, how long has he been undercover? That's because that's what I want to know. I don't think she's the first one.
It been for a minute.
Yeah, I think because I'm trying to think. When I first heard of Benzino, it was before high school. So I went to high school out in Boston. So it was like when that Eminem CD dropped, whatever, that I was out there and I started asking people about him and they were like, oh, we don't claim him. You know what I'm saying? Like there are no rappers from Boston. So, but yeah, I just really started thinking because, he was in that Love and Hip Hop, I think Atlanta or one of those down there. One of those.
Yeah, it was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That was the most popular one out of all the Love and Hip Hop series.
Yeah. And I just started thinking though, I just was like, I know that ain't his first it girl, but see,
Yeah, but Benzino always been the it factor if you catch my drift.
yeah, that's why I like made you really think.
That Bama love him some bussy, man. I'm trying to tell you. He love him some bussy.
And he was fighting the love too with that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to
No, he
love
was
it, but
fighting.
he loved
Hey,
it.
sis.
He loved
Hey,
it.
my sister, he was fighting to not let that shit get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is, y'all.
yeah. That's what yeah. He was fighting that love, but man, he loved it.
He was worried. He was worried about that shit because he know somebody heard that shit. He done.
Yeah.
But truth be told, Benzino been done before that thing got out about him, loving bussy.
Yeah. And then didn't the whole incident with the baby's mom happen too? Either before or after, where he wigged out because she was on a walk with another man and the police had to come and arrest him and he was all drugged out. I think it happened after though, but I ain't heard about him since.
Because you know why? Because he getting bust out right now.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah. And then also, these women out here be getting eaten out, man. Be like, yo, I'm like, God, what's up with that? Man? Like,
Well, that one girl that's all in the news right now for her AIDS. I don't want to say I feel bad for her, but I do feel like somebody needs to get her to do some type of, I don't want to say document, something shorter than a documentary.
tell the people about the story because some of them
Okay,
probably don't
so
know.
she's an Instagram model, and it sounds like either she ran away, she's been homeless, like on the street, she said, I think since 13, and she has been with quite a few of these celebrity men, and basically has had AIDS, they think, for not AIDS, HIV for over about 10 years, and then now she has full-blown AIDS, but she had never gotten tested one time. And she also had tattoos, like, I call them kitchen tattoos, but they weren't at a tattoo shop, so it could have been a dirty needle. She's not blaming this on anybody except for her own mistakes she made, but she's only 25.
No, she
She
ain't
is
living.
very young. I I just think her story could do a lot for teenagers. Does that make sense? Um, like kind of like like scare them or so, but like to actually have
Like
someone
like
there
scare
in
like
their
scare,
age.
scare like scare straight someone.
Yeah, but see, she's in their age group. Like she thought all that was cool, showing her body on Instagram, sleeping with celebrities, all this, like that life, of course, every like teenage girl thinks is what it is. I was there before too, okay? Like I don't want y'all to think I was some little perfect I get it, that nightlife, big city life. And but because of the choices she made, she's on her deathbed. And that's why I said I don't feel sorry for her, but I do have empathy to her because she's being very honest about it. And I guess I've just never seen somebody with like AIDS like that. And I don't even know this girl. I've never followed her except for this story. But I feel like she's being genuine and she could do something good. Like if we got the rights, like even if it was in the bed, her to tell her story to like, she could save maybe this happening to another 13-year-old girl that wants to run away from home,
Yeah, true. Yeah. So what about the celebrities? Did they get
Oh, okay,
tested?
so what was it? Rihanna's ex, Chris Brown, was one of them, and then it was, hold on, Mariah Carey's ex. Hold on, I can never remember his name, and he's always in the news. The one with a bunch of children.
Nick Cannon.
Yes, yes. But remember, he was really sick, you guys, with lupus in the hospital a few months back or like a month back. It makes me think, was it lupus? Was that what they were just telling us? But, and then he also said when they asked him about all these babies he's been having, he said something to like, he doesn't have much longer to live. Like
Who said
something,
that?
Nick Cannon. That's why he's, because like this last year he had like 7 kids or so, you know what I mean? It was, so like interview question, they asked him like, well, why are you having so many babies right now by so many different women? And he did say, I don't have much longer to live. And I find that very strange and that nobody picked up on it. You know what I mean? Till this whole story came out.
Or it could be something else. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying he doesn't have lupus. I'm not saying that. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
want
no,
to
no. I'm not
start no
saying that
rumors.
either.
Like, I don't know, but it's just
But also I thought about this too. You remember he got in trouble when he was talking about what's going on in this country. You remember he
mhm.
got shut down.
Oh yeah, he had to apologize. Remember for
They make him apologize.
yeah.
So
Yep,
I
for
don't listen.
basically the truth. You know what I mean? But yeah, his masters. I can't believe he. Sorry, I just think they run Holly weird. So
Yeah, exactly. So you never know. It probably be I could say sacrifice. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I don't know either, but it's I feel like a teachable moment because it's like, man, you know, all these celebrities. Well, and he has a whole thing where he talks about girls stink down there really bad. So my thing is, I don't know what type of girls he mess around with either, because he's online talking about all girls' vaginas smell like trash and this and that. So I don't know how he's even like men are supposed to have sex with girls that smell like that. Either way, it's just you know what I mean? Like, so what kind of girls are you getting with? And then us women, like, especially young teenage, coming of age girls, you have to think of that. Like, even if they tell you, like, no, still make them wrap it up something, because that was another thing. She and him both were saying that they didn't use, he barely ever uses contraception, he was saying. And she said a lot of times she didn't. So, and to get tested. I mean, this is another, you have to get tested. If you are having multiple partners like that, which I don't think this Instagram modeling is a career any girl or woman should be going into. I think it's very unsafe. There's been women killed because of it. Stalkers showing up to their homes and killing them, holding them hostage, things, but I can't, that's the end thing, I guess. But to me, it's just a lot of bad comes with it. And what are you doing it for? Some likes? Like, get out of here.
Yeah, and the OnlyFans ain't far from it either.
Yeah, that's like on a whole other level, I guess. So yes.
Really, that's another lie.
Yeah, exactly. But it's unsafe, you know what I mean? Because and to me, what it does to the women's self-esteem, and I'm not saying there aren't male Instagram models, you know what I mean? But it's just you have to love yourself, like, really. And society tells us that, oh no, to love yourself, you have to have a Gucci book bag and the newest Uggs and, whatever the trend is, and a nice car. Like, that is not it. Like, you have to learn to love yourself. Like, the parts of you that you hate, you have to get through it and love that too. Like, why you hate that. Why, like, tell yourself, like, I don't want to turn this into like a self-help type thing, but we just have to, I feel like, teach the youth that this material stuff is not it. And it's so hard to do because we've all been a teenager. And I feel like we've all had that indoctrination. So it's like, it's going to take a lot of indoctrination from us all, to help a lot of these problems.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I want to ask you a question, brother LB. Right? I got to talk about Big Rooster in the building. If you want to get on the panel, here's my email. I want you to hit me up an email so you can get on and everything. But I'm going to ask you a question. As when we're going by lessons, you could talk about this too, the two parts. I'm talking about the show that we did 2 parts, and I want you to explain to people. And I want you to get into it too. They are men that wants to be like women, funny boys, funny stone boys. They got suits, women's suits that they put on. May believe that they are a woman, but they also a man. And Sister Alexis, I want you to tell the people what we was really talking about.
Well, I feel like it's an attack on us women too.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's an attack on me because now I already have women as my competition, or women do, we're but now we're going to compete with these men. Like, don't even have me like the sports. That is not fair to have transgender in sports.
Right?
And that's all I'm going to say, because I will go into a rage about it. Because I have a little 10-year-old, like, my daughter will be 10 in October. And my biggest fear now is, so I'm going to have to ask every single time she wants to do sports, is there a transgender in here? Because it's not fair for her to compete against a boy.
Right.
And I had to explain that to her at 9 years old. Why? And that to me was, I had to have a conversation as in, we teach our children we're equal, this and that. But for me to have to say, you are not as strong as a boy or have the same,
Bone
what I'm
density.
saying, endurance and things like that, it kind of hurt me to have to do that because here I tell her she can be whatever she wants, she's the smartest, whatever. But no, it's wrong. No boy, man should be competing against the opposite sex. If you are born with the penis, that's what sport you need to play with or team league because it's not fair.
Ain't fair. Right.
Right. Viewed- I just saw I saw that incident with Leah Thomas, right? That transgender who won the swimming competition and all that, what I'm saying? She running around here looking like Vera DeMilo, right? And yeah, there's an unfair advantage when you got this so-called female, right? You know, got the dick chopped off, made a pussy out of it, and all that, right? Going all the way with it, but the bone density still identifies as a man, and that's an unfair advantage. So no, I believe the transformers should be playing in women's sports. They need to have their own sport, right? They need to have their own category, right? In my opinion. Then and then on the politics side, I mean, you got to have laws in place that's going to cater to them, right? But I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the transformer dynamic, bro. I'm not. And you got Christian Walker, that flaming hot Cheeto, right? Or the flaming hot Taki, all up in the videos, dancing, just doing the most. Always got to put some sauce on it, right? And it just irritates me to no end. These bussy boys just come out. I can't believe that bitch would go ahead and treat me like this. All I wanted was extra cream in my coffee. And all this other crazy ass shit they be saying and doing and all that. I mean, go ahead, JT, man, because the more I talk about this shit, the more mad I get, bro.
Well, I say it like this, man. Like, no booty boys over here allowed. And it's crazy because they they actually pushing this. And then I know people gonna say, "What about the young girl?" They push on the young girls too.
Well, I was going to say that. And why should I have to worry about my son injuring a trans boy? You know what I'm saying? Like in the sport. So it could go both ways. You see what I'm saying? We're just seeing more the other side right now. But as a mother, if there's going to be a person that was born as a girl in my son's leagues, I'm going to be like, well, what if one of these little boys actually hurts them? And not on purpose.
Right.
Like I'm not saying this stuff, but I did just watch. I'm gonna find it for us. I don't know what state it was in because I watch news all over, but two girls lost scholarships during track meets because the boy won. Well, it's a girl, but the transformer won. So it knocked the one girl from first place to second and the second to third. And those two girls were up for like full ride scholarships somewhere, to be able to go to college and lost them because I don't know how track goes. I'm very sorry. But points or but because they got beat out by a boy, basically. Like how fair, you know,
Right.
you know, it's just, whew. Yeah, and then you can't tell sometimes, what's what. And well, just like I ordered a drink at Starbucks. We were all in there, and they told my husband that's your. He ordered. Okay, so he was ordering, and she said, "What'd she say exactly?" Either way, she basically said, "He said, and my wife wants," and she said, "Your partner wants." And I looked at her. I said, "No, his wife wants." And then I ordered what I wanted. But see, I'm like, see, that ain't cute. You know what I mean? Trying to check him like, oh, that's your partner. Like, no, 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 no. We don't use these new terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, 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 no. But, you know, he didn't catch on to it, but I did. I was like, no, like, that's one of those new, like, words we're supposed to be using instead of using like a gender role to it. So no like masculine nor feminine, you know. Like no, I'm your wife, you're my husband, that's that. Like we're not, you know. Mm-mm.
That's true. That is true.
Yep, you got definitely got to check that shit at the door.
Yeah, like
Now
it's
my
got
thing
to
is,
be checked.
my thing is these transformers out here. They want equality and all that, and they want to be accepted and all that. But my thing is, you cannot make someone accept what they don't like. You cannot make someone change their opinion about a particular subject. Look, if and the white media, right? They irritate me the most because they try to make it seem like this so brave. I'm like, no, saving a cat from a burning tree is brave. Okay, you know, um, being able to save somebody from the mouth of an alligator is brave. You want to convert your dick to a pussy is not brave at all. Ain't not fucking brave but that shit. And I wish people would stop, you know, categorizing that as this some kind of heroic moment. There's nothing heroic about wanting to be a pussy boy. There's nothing heroic about that shit. What are you supposed to do? Um, yes, I decided to come out and let everybody know that I'm gay. Okay, you want to, what the fuck you want? You want adulation? You want respect? You want love? What the fuck do you want? But you get none of that. All you get is the fuck up out of here. That's all you get. These people act like you're supposed to have some kind of special privilege because, hey, I like carpet munching and I like bussy, right? So they're saying do all these things for attention. At the end of the day, I believe a lot of these people do this shit for attention whoring. Because what do you get out of coming out making this announcement? I have a special announcement. I just want to let everybody know that I love dick. Okay? And that's what you want to do, okay? Fine. Like, bring that. Hey, go right ahead, but you know what I'm saying? Have dick sizing contests for all. Just go ahead. That's the problem I got. This preferential treatment. The people out here want to parade this lifestyle like it's supposed to be accepted and whatever like that, man. That's all I got, bro.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, um, welcome everybody to the chat. Let me check. Check what email. See anybody send me. Anybody send me email, y'all can get on. I'm not gonna stay that long, but
Well, we must remember too. This used to be like a under mental health issue, you know, as in you were crazy. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, it's like the healing maybe needs to be done. But I do know there is one transformer right now who is suing. I don't know if it's the doctors, what, but he's not even 30 yet. Well, right now it's a boy. It was born a girl.
mm,
And it's suing because it feels like the doctors push medication, like allowed this to happen, starting as a teenager, like a young teenager, tween teen. And now he has realized, even through the hormones and everything, he wants to be a woman again and have babies, but he's had all the procedures done. So, like, to me, I'm like, what? But he has filed a bunch of lawsuits and says he's gonna speak out about it a lot, because I think he's the only one, or she, I don't know what to call these people, but to come be honest about it. And I like the fact that it is talking about how they were giving them the horn, as a child. And that's why he's suing, because he doesn't feel like they should have given him that, all that, all those rights and things like that. And, kind of, oh, okay, you want it? Okay. Like, no, you should have done more evaluations and things, which then goes back to the psychiatry part about it, because they're supposed to, like, give them, a long psychiatric evaluation to be like, okay, do they really want this? Do they really feel like they're the other sex? So it's like, oh, this is a fucking joke, y'all. Like, for real. Like, let's be fucking for real. And excuse my French, but it's not right. It is confusing the children. And that's what it's bad about. We have to remember the youth under us, and the ones that don't have the family or the parenting that we might have given to our children or give to your children. Like, society's got to change a little bit with it. And I really hope this new Transformer coming out makes people think a little, because now it'll never be able to have babies because it went through the male process. Like, it's messed up story. It's weird. It's very weird. But she said, as a 10-year-old, she should never have been given all those things, or like, just the access to it all.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll keep us updated with that too, and find links. Sorry, I would have been prepared, but I'm scatterbrained, y'all. I'm a mom.
Hey, but another thing too, another element too. There's a hypocrisy behind these competitions, right? So Shakari Richardson, a black girl, was smoking weed to cope with the loss of her mom, but she wasn't allowed to compete in the Olympics, right? Meanwhile, you can have a transgender person or a transformer perform in the Olympics, and they have to have all kinds of steroids and all kinds of other stuff pumped into their body just so they can convert to a woman. So help me make that make sense. So a woman who's smoking weed, oh man, she can't compete in the Olympics and all that, but a transformer who have all these drugs and all these other stuff built and pumped into them, that's okay, right? And then there was the girl that was busted, a Russian girl that was busted doing with steroids in her system. They still allow her to compete. So there's that aspect too of all the hypocrisy that surrounds that particular issue.
Yeah, and didn't she keep her medal too, or did they strip her of her medal?
No, she wasn't allowed to keep the medal.
Okay,
She wasn't allowed
okay.
to keep the medal.
But she was only 15, so that makes me upset, because I'm saying, first of all, we know it's Russia, so she probably didn't have a choice at all what her career, nothing was going to be. But, at 15, these doctors give you these shots or tell you to take this, and you do it. Right? Like, that's my mentality, like, as a 15-year-old. Like, you're not really going to ask. You're going for an Olympic medal. And just like with the smoking weed, like, to me, that was absolutely, am I really? Like, that's like natural. It comes from earth. Like, but no, the hypocrisy, like you say, of it all, yes. But it's also just like the politics and it all. It's just like so, ugh. with sports. And I like sports. Like my uncle played under Bobby Knight. He's a coach now for basketball. You know, I'm like not an anti-sports person, but I just feel like, you know, like my grandpa's sports aren't like what it used to be. I guess. Like I don't know, like the whole there's so many, like I just think about NBA, like so many rules and things, it's crazy. But you know, and it's just like sad though that both of them even got in trouble because I wanted to be like, well, what are the judges on? What are, you know, all these other people on? Just like who gets caught? It's the hypocrisy, like you said. Thank you.
I mean, what's America without its form of hypocrisy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That part, yes.
I mean, politicians do it all the fucking time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's why every time I turn around, I always put my foot in a Bama like Ted Cruz ass. Right? He would sit up here and talk about America first, but as soon as the getting was good, this motherfucker was willing to take his ass down to Mexico.
I forgot about they had a plane that went to Mexico. Like, this is the type of stuff where you're like, we can't make it up. You know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to make a movie, you could never make it as good as like this, what's going on nowadays. Because it's like, I couldn't even think of some of the stuff that's happening. Like, what are these people doing? Like, I don't know. Like, you can't. And it's not even surprising anymore. It's just like, oh, another one.
Yep, you were like, what kind of shit will come up with next? Now I remember JT was mentioning something about Trump, but Trump was out here parading around this America first. Really? But your wife is not from America. Matter of fact, your many wives is not from America. So what you out here pushing this America first shit for?
At least
Right?
you said it, not me. I said,
And then I have my sources was telling me that his wife Melania was cheating on him with the fucking director of security at Tiffany's, right?
man,
So,
you know she
she
don't
was
like
running around
him.
here saying, she was running around here. Now, get this, right? The first 2 weeks when Trump took office, she wasn't even there at the, she was still in New York. Yeah, because she want big dick, long dick, right? She don't want little beanie weenie. She want big dick, long dick, right? That's why she was still up there for like a couple weeks on, after Trump took
Like
office and shit.
months. They had to like force her to move into the
Yeah.
White House. It was kind
Yeah.
of embarrassing. It wasn't a good look, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, she still ain't there. Oh, you know, yeah. She
Yes.
was just a bad look all around, though. I mean,
And then when she finally got to New York, guess what? She was When she finally got to the White House, she was still going up there every other weekend.
That's
yeah, she
crazy.
didn't want to be she didn't want him to run. She didn't want to be the first lady, and he knew that, you know, so that's on him too, because that's like a family thing, you know, I guess.
Well,
So,
the rumor was had Trump lost the election, Melania was gonna leave his ass.
ooh,
The only reason she stayed with that motherfucker because he ended up winning the presidency. That's the only because she was set to leave his ass.
I
Did
couldn't
you see?
believe she didn't run after the whole January 6th thing. I was like, oh, she about to be gone. Watch, she about to be in like Greece for the rest of her life or something. Yeah.
Yep, getting another dude with a big, thick, long dick.
Mm,
Right? That's what she want.
yeah, exactly.
Trump can't do that. Allegedly, leave it up to a porn star. I mean, anyway. But my thing is, Trump out here pushing this America First agenda, and your many wives not even from America, for one. All right.
Yeah.
For two, You out here talking shit about China, man. Matter of fact, your daughter out here cutting all kind of deals with China, right? So is this really America first? And then you got the whole thing with Live Golf. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the Saudis and all that. We all know about the human trafficking or the human crimes they have with Saudi Arabia and all that. But you think Trump give a fuck about that? Fuck no. If it's gonna make him a dollar, it's gonna make him a dollar. Hell, I did a video on my YouTube channel because I got a channel called you see the channel name on the thing. I talked about how he used his wife his dead wife Ivana as a tax dodge, right? So that's what happened. You got tax laws out in New Jersey, right? To where you don't have to have a certain number of dead bodies, right? If you classify something as a cemetery, right? Because he buried his wife in the first hole in one of his golf clubs out there in New Jersey. So there's a tax incentive behind that, right? So he's using his wife to get a tax break, his dead wife now, as a way to get a tax break. And he buried her in the first hole in one of his golf clubs.
I tell you, like I said, you can't make it up. Like, you cannot make it up. Like, it's better than any, like, oh my God. And it's like, so, like, okay, yeah, that's something he would do, you know? Wow. I can't wait to tell my dad that.
Hey, man, that's one thing about these white supremacists, man. There ain't no level of low they'll stoop to. I mean, there's no level of low they won't stoop to. Just when you think things don't get low, oh, they find a way to get lower. And for Trump, Trump would do anything for a dollar.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you said New Jersey tax laws, I knew something good was coming, but I didn't think the golf course. Like, he couldn't just buy a piece of land and do, you know what I mean? Like a little plot or something for the fence, man, not for soul.
Yep.
Oh, haunted golf course for now, for real. Like, dang.
So I'm gonna read the article to you, right? When Ivana Trump, Donald Trump's first wife, was buried last month near the first hole of Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, few immediately guessed that her grave's location might also serve her ex-husband long-held tax planning purposes. Tax codes in New Jersey exempt cemeteries' land from all taxes, rates, and assessments, and her grave, as such, potentially has advantageous tax implications for a Trump family trust that owns the golf business and a state where property and land taxes are notoriously high. According to documents published by ProPublica, the Trump Family Trust previously sought to designate a nearby property in Hackettstown, New Jersey, as a nonprofit cemetery company, but Ivana, who died after a fall in her home in New York, I wonder if she got pushed off that step. But anyway, is the first person known to have been buried at the golf course where Donald Trump and his family spent a lot of time in the summers. Under New Jersey tax code, cemetery companies are not only exempt from real estate taxes, rates, and assessments, sorry about that, or personal property taxes, but also from business taxes, sales taxes, income taxes, and inheritance taxes. So
our 45th president buried his dead first ex-wife on the golf course.
yep, and the first hole of
so
his
he
golf
doesn't
course.
have to pay taxes on
Nope,
it.
he ain't got to pay no taxes.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, only thing I could think, she was like probably drunk and high and fell down some stairs, but I don't know. She could have been pushed too, but like, I just don't get how his children would be okay with that. I get they're not all. Oh, and then did y'all hear? I guess the one daughter showed up to the funeral, the one they all outcast. They were like not like they were shocked she was there. And I was like, why would they people be shocked? That is their sibling's mother. Like, if one of my siblings' mother died, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
She
don't know.
probably was the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, she was, but like to me, so what? It's like a funeral for 1,000 people. But you get what I mean. To me, she made herself look good. But then again, it's like, wait, I have a lot of like I call my they are half siblings, but I'm like, I couldn't imagine one of like their mother's passing and me being like, all right, you know, because you guys treated me. I don't know. I just feel like you put petty crap aside for stuff like that. Like it just showed her maturity level over everybody else's.
Well, it ain't no such thing as maturity. Look, when you're talking about the Trumps, right? Especially, the Donald. He's a 6-year-old in a 76-year-old body.
Oh, my favorite is when he looked at the eclipse, after telling all of us, don't look at the sun, don't look at the eclipse, it's so dangerous. What's he out there on his balcony doing with no glasses on, looking at the eclipse? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, he's a complete piece of work, bro.
I mean, he's hot sauce piece of work. That's what I'm trying.
Yeah, he a piece of work, man. You know what I'm
oh,
saying? I
I
remember
have
when his
like the
brother died
picture on
last
my
year.
Facebook page. Like, I have to look at sometimes just to laugh at because I'm like, this really happened. Like, yeah, there he is.
Hey, did you remember when his brother died last year?
Uh, kind of, but not really. I
Yeah,
know he died, but
Trump had an older brother that died last year, and the trending topic on Twitter was wrong Trump.
Yeah.
oh, well, it's bad because I could sit here and like go at Biden too. So I look at it as like the old,
Oh
they're the
yeah, Biden
same
ain't no better.
bird.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're the same bird, but two different wings. You know what I mean? But it's still the same bird. So
Yep, different fangs on the same snake. You
yeah.
got Joe, you got Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Hey, his son out here, weighing crack, got dingy ass leopard print panties on the floor
I'm
with a
telling
dead
y'all.
iPad next to it, right?
Oh my. And then he fell off the bike too during like that whole outing of it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, but yeah, Hunter Biden, like, I believed everything Trump was saying though back when he was trying to out them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I mean, that motherfucker got man. He got this video out about him smoking crack, weighing that
Yeah.
shit. I mean, that motherfucker out there cooking it and chopping it, looking for profit. Okay.
The worst is when he's like asleep with the crack pipe hanging out of his mouth and his lips are all like burnt up and stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I did a video one time called Hunter Biden and his Breakfast of Champions, man. Cause hey,
Oh wow. That's very.
that's funny. But see, when he did that whole, he was giving everybody free crack pipes and stuff. I kept telling
right.
everybody, I'm like, it's not for our community, it's for the European community, y'all. Like, yeah,
I'm your pusher.
like, yeah, I kept saying, well, if it was for us, they would have given, everybody in the 80s then. I'm like, this ain't for them. These people are out here like zombies on the street corners nowadays. Like, it's bad.
And we out here asking for reparation. What we get instead? A whole bunch of crack pipes and shit. You know.
I'm telling you. For Hunter's purpose only. But
I
yeah.
mean, that motherfucker is the real Hunter Biden is the real El Chapo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, like, when somebody says there's like, we haven't even seen like the best, really, I guess there's like, you know, very important people in some of the pictures too. So I'm sure with time, everything will come.
Damn right. You know, that's one thing I will say about time, man. Time will reveal all,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And then, because hey, Kamala Harris was all, she had a relationship with Beau Biden, right? The one that died, one
No way.
Biden's son.
She did?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Like she was real distraught.
Wow.
She was real distraught that motherfucking Beau Biden died. I'm like, I wonder if he
That-
was dicking that shit down, because he was attorney general out in Delaware, and she was attorney general out in California, and they were talking to each other all sentimental like and all that type of shit. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, this ain't right. If somebody coming from California to see me and I live in Delaware, look,
Mhm.
it's going down tonight, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, hey, you not look. If I go see some girl out in Texas or whatever like that, trust me, I'm not going there just to give her ice cream, okay?
You sure about that? We start.
Right? I'm not going there just to give her ice cream, okay? I'm not going there just to say hi and we can have walks at the beach or some shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, we grown adults, right? If we've been
Yeah,
talking for
and they
a
better know
significant period
too.
of
Yeah.
time and I comfortable with you and you comfortable with me, when we see each other, you know what I'm saying? We fuck it.
Yeah. If I'm flying, yeah, I get exactly what you're talking about. Yes. But see, I didn't know they even had, anything.
Oh, they had a whole lot of things
Oh,
going on. I
yeah,
bet she was
good.
out there. I bet she was out there rocking that mic.
Oh, she rocking it now. She really talking to the mic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. She blessed the mic.
She's not blowing it. She's singing that song too. And that's why I don't like the people that said just be honest, you know? Oh, I'm traveling just to talk. Come on now. Come on.
Hell, no. Just the talk. Look, I'm trying to have a long slong with a curve on it. Okay.
Oh no, but she's uh she's a good one, like with her, manipulation and evil little self.
Yeah.
She is.
And
Oh,
she's
that bitch is. Hey, look, she cannot look. Look, me, Tom Business, and Too Raw, right?
Mhm.
Hey, man, look. That bitch cannot be nowhere near the presidency, all right? As much as I don't like Joe Biden, right? As much as I
Amen.
don't like
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe,
Yes.
Sloppy Joe cannot croak, okay?
No. I
Sister
see
No,
Girl
that
no, no, no,
all
no,
the
Hassan is
no.
time.
president.
No, I call
I'm
him slow.
telling you.
I call him slow hand because he love the little girls. I call him slow hand.
But you're right. I say it all the time to people. As much as I dog out Biden, he cannot die. That's like why when he falls off the bike or falls up the steps, I'm like, why is he? No, keep him in the house. Like, don't let him go outside. Like,
Yeah, I be like this, yo, not.
because I'm like, I don't think what y'all don't understand what will happen if she becomes president. So,
Oh my god. Hey, she might end up playing some more Nina Simone in her goddamn
And I'm glad,
house.
and I'm telling, and then, I'm glad you brought that up too. I want y'all to explain what it is because there's a lot of people is under denial of that.
So basically, if anything happens to Joe Biden, if his condition deteriorates, because apparently he caught the Maximus the second time, right? The rebound Maximus, right? Which to me, I don't think he ever had. I don't think that shit ever left his system to begin with. I think it was just some media propaganda to make him look stronger than what he really was. But should sloppy Joe Biden's condition deteriorates, right? They will invoke the 25th Amendment, will make him unfit to will make him unfit to sit in office. he will be removed, and then camel toe, oh camel toe, will become president of the United States. Oh my God, my mouth just got that much stinker just reeling that off the tongue.
But I want you to go really in why. Explain to people because there's some of them don't know. Like y'all know we know.
Well, yeah, you have like people, especially women, out here like worship her, you know, because she's the first woman vice president, and I will always give her props for that. You know what I mean? That's a great accomplishment, great job.
She ain't earned it.
There we go. But I, I just want to say for we good job, America. Not United Corporations of America. We did it. We got a woman up there. And our mixed president that we like to just call black. So,
Yeah, part-time black, a part-time black chick.
so, but the fact that she, to me, she's very like a snobby, like she's better than everybody else. And then she kind of basically said that she was not, black but she's not. You know what I mean? I get it, but I can't remember exactly how she put it. It didn't sound very,
It didn't sound very convincing.
yeah, I don't know.
Look,
And then those laws that she helped pass in California, and there was a few like people she actually sent to prison, like that we know is innocent and things. So, and they're like people of color, and I just get a very evil vibe from her. Like she don't care whose dick or head she got it cut off, but she
Hey,
will.
cut off. Cut
cut
off?
off.
No. She don't care whose
No.
dick is in her mouth.
Mouth. That's Willie Brown. She
Well,
climbed
that's
on him for
true.
years.
But I just see her as like like she gonna sell people out though. Like she is not trustworthy to me. So yeah, she a whole
Yeah,
bag,
sister girl
whatever we
hustle,
want
man.
to say. But
That's the sister
who
girl hustle. Miss what's your name is
Alexis?
Miss.
I'm Alexis. Yeah, just call me like that. But
Okay, Alexis. Yeah, the Kamala Harris, the sister girl hustle.
yeah,
So
with your pearls and your your chucks and your pearls, and
yeah, with them porn star heels you got on and shit, right?
she just something about her. I just don't.
Yeah, she rubs you the wrong way, don't
Yeah,
she?
yeah, yeah. And I'm usually because I guess I'm a Spice Girl era girl power. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I should be so excited and thrilled about this, right? As a
But you're
woman,
not. But you're
but
not.
I'm not. Yeah, it's like she's not. You know what I mean? There's like nothing good to me. Like I
Well,
should be like praising her. Like
yeah.
how a lot of other women are, and like you know but I don't. And it's just kind of like, I guess I see that there's, probably a lot of other women that would never ever get that chance but should be there.
Well,
Right.
I would say this. Let me cut you off. There is a story out there. There's a San Francisco legend. He was the head of the Democratic Party in California for years, for decades. His name is Willie Brown.
I figured you would say that. Oh, downtown Willie Brown with the #1
That's
grandfather chain on.
there you go. And then at the time, I believe he was separated, and him and Kamala Harris had some things going. But I heard this was going on off and on for years. This is like she was in college, and let's say that she at first she thanked Willie Brown, and after that, when she got the nomination for the vice president, she threw him under the bus. And she was not telling the truth. She was trying to do. She was doing dirty stuff at Willie Brown, but she wasn't telling her side that what she was doing. And what happened was that the Democratic Party, one way or the other, they had to like do whatever they can, to keep Willie Brown away because of Willie Brown throughout the years. He was a big contributor for the Democratic Party, especially in California. And what the Democrat had done to him was wrong. You know, he was like he implemented like quite a few things in the Democratic Party for years, especially like help out like for black people. Like we ain't talking about that other Maxine old wirehead Waters.
Or the California raisin.
Yeah, that wrinkle prune juice.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about her. Every time I think about her, it get me fired up. Now I ain't
Hey
gonna talk
JT.
about you.
Hey JT. You know she went down there one day and had the nerve to tell homeless people to go home.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that, y'all.
See, you can't make this shit up. You're like, how do you? Oh my god! Like,
Yes, it's out there. He's right. Yeah, I heard it too.
homeless people to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was out there
What is
telling
that?
homeless people to
What
go
do they
home.
call those oxymorons? You know what I'm saying? Like what? It's contradict. I don't know, but that is the most dumbest thing I ever heard. Tell the homeless to go home.
And also she in like the last presidential race, she had disrespect black men, and the ones who got in office was black men. It wasn't really black women.
When they overturned Roe v. Wade, she's out there talking about we got right here fight for reproductive rights. I'm like, woman, you going through menopause 30 years ago. Ain't nobody trying to fuck you.
Well, she's never had a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be
Oh,
for
she
real.
did have a kid.
That's
No,
another.
she had a child.
She got a kid.
No, I thought she had her 2 stepchildren and her sister's daughter that she prances around like her little 5-year-old daughter. I don't know. Y'all might check that out. I think that's her sister's daughter.
Oh, I thought she had a kid. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I
Somebody,
thought.
look, I'm pretty
Look,
sure
I
50
know
years
her
ago, someone
husband.
found her attractive.
I know her, but if y'all acting like she is, like she's been used up, she probably can't carry no babies. But
No, I said 50 years ago. She's in her
oh,
80s now.
Right.
but either way, I just know. I'm talking about Kamala Harris, though. See,
Oh, she ain't got no kid. Kamala Harris
yeah,
ain't got no
I'm
kids.
talking about somebody
Thank
different.
fucking God.
Yeah. And she has those 2 stepkids. But a lot of people during the inauguration thought that one little girl, that's her sister's daughter, which scares me being around Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's Maya Harris. That's her sister. She works for BSNBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some weird sickos. That's all I know. Because I trust with children, and I trust those little children's faces when you see them around Biden, and it is not good.
To me, all the time, downtown Willie Brown, but pounding that thing, that motherfucker like, bitch, I'm out your pussy for the nut. Goddamn, oh man, downtown Willie Brown, but pounding that thing every day, twice on Sunday. And he knocked that thing up, boy, I tell you, man, that motherfucker got some good pull-out game.
He's still dead, boy. And then they're trying to make it seem that, and it's so funny because what y'all was talking about, that's public document. It's there, and you still got some people that like, you just hate Kamala Harris and this and that, and we need. I said, we need a woman in office. It's not about that, but y'all picking the wrong one.
Man, that's them half retarded, brain dead, half yellow chalk eating motherfuckers that be saying shit like that, right? Kamala Harris ain't qualified to be a manager at a lemonade stand, let alone being the free world. Look, her reputation precedes her. When she was a prosecutor out in San Francisco, she had dysfunction in her office. When she was attorney general out in California, she had dysfunction in her office. When she was a junior senator outside, besides Dianne Feinstein, the same lady who was there when Moses parted the Red Sea, yeah, that woman, right? That age-old fucking flying pterodactyl. Anyway, yeah, there was dysfunction there. And then as vice president, right, she had dysfunction in her office there too, right? That's why she was going around these interviews talking about how she read the presidential daily brief. No, you lied. You didn't read that goddamn presidential daily brief. We're going around saying that you didn't read the brief, and then you went to these meetings. You look like a complete buffoon, and then you want to rail on the people that wrote the goddamn brief for you. Then, right? She did that shoddy interview with Charlatan the Fraud. I mean Charlemagne the God, right? That's my nickname for Leonard McKelvey, Charlatan the Fraud, right? Because 2 years ago when she was running for president, who was one of the ones that was parading around trying to talk her up, trying to make her seem like she's a star outside that old Chrome Dome Van Jones? Charlatan the Fraud. So he has his own TV show, Comedy Central. He gave her that interview where she's like, well, don't start talking like a Republican, right? That infamous shoddy ass interview, right? So you trying to and I'm the vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. Big deal. You know who really got the power in the Democratic Party? Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. Them the two that got the real power. Because the two that occupy it don't got shit. They don't have the mental, physical, or the wherewithal to use whatever powers they have.
And Joe Manchin, he's a senator of West Virginia. He's a moderate. Anything they progressive trying to do, he be knocking it down. So really, Joe Manchin, he busy working with the Republicans.
I know, you're right. He knocking right down, right?
Knock them down. He don't give no progressive, no burn, no liberal don't burn. He basically worked for the Republicans. He's a modern Democrat. So to me, a modern Democrat is a Republican. What's the difference?
Same bird, different wings,
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is Joe Manchin. He is some shit too. He the one when they were trying to pass him some the first time the bill to attack the stimulus, he said he got to have like 900 some million. He told them that was too much. So they want to pass a bill like $1.7 billion and stuff. Last for a while, he knocked it down. But at the same time, you know how West Virginia, they poor. That's one of the poorest states in the country. He had a yacht.
Yeah, they confronted his ass at his yacht too.
Yeah.
They ran up on his ass. They pulled up on his ass in his yacht. They pulled up on. He was trying to drive out in his Maserati. They pulled up on his ass there too.
So that's why people we didn't get a long stimulus package. I mean, for that last for a while because of Joe Manchin of him. He wanted to cause because McConnell got him in his back pocket and other Republicans.
Yeah, because they all go to that fancy steakhouse after work and sit down together and do real business, right? So
Yeah, so so you understand like y'all talking about, and it's great to talk about it. I told people you gotta know who these people working for them.
I'll tell you who they working for. They donors.
Yeah,
these billionaires out here.
lobbyists,
the lobbyists, the lobbyists
donors,
too.
yeah, donors, lobbyists, yeah.
They work for them.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out how the hell Mitch McConnell burnt up his fucking jack off hand.
I don't know how he's still in the motherfucker.
That motherfucker had a damn. I guess that motherfucker was touching grills or some shit. That hand was all burnt the hell up from the ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, I'm just saying this. All these years, y'all know, and even Kentucky is another state.
Well, I that's a comment. Kentucky. They're both very poor, like very poor.
Yeah, they're the Commonwealth, like Virginia. They say that's one of the poorest Commonwealth in the country.
Yep.
Yeah, Virginia. Is. Yeah, it's very sad. Like to think how we glorify this money and stuff, but it's like we don't really have it like that, because to me, even if you live in New York City, you gotta pay that rent. Okay. So, I don't know. In a way,
Look, the state of Kentucky, the only thing they known for is Kentucky Wildcats basketball and fried chicken.
the
Okay,
And,
Derby,
that's it.
and bourbon.
the Derby
Oh yeah,
too,
bourbon.
Kentucky Derby.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Kentucky
the
Derby.
Derby.
Yeah,
Yep.
but who the hell watch horse racing? I don't watch that shit.
Oh, we like it, but see, my grandfather's from Kentucky, so, and then my mother's side's like gamblers. So.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely most people don't do that anymore. It's very like old.
Yeah, I tell
I'm
you,
gonna find out how the hell that ventriloquist dummy heard this jack off hand. But anyway.
Remember when they got his house? They tagged up his house and stuff down there in Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Him and Pelosi. Wasn't it her too?
Nancy
They
Pelosi out in
vandalized.
her house in California.
I don't know. I remember they got two people's houses they vandalized like basically the same time. It was like some group or something. But then
Or
her
Ted
husband.
Cruz house. They when Ted Cruz came back from Mexico, they had the
Okay.
Mexican band playing outside his house.
yeah.
But Pelosi's husband got drinking and driving, right?
Did he?
Yeah, he got a DUI.
Yeah. But see, these old people shouldn't be driving anyways. Like, what is going on? They're ancient.
I mean, if he's not out here, drinking and driving and all that, he's taking the information his wife giving him and making all kinds of money off that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like insider trading.
Yep. Just like Hunter Biden.
No,
Yeah,
see, Hunter
Hunter.
Biden don't get no. I mean, he get inside information how to get the next shipment of crack that comes in from the port, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting there waiting for it.
Yeah.
That's right. 12:30 in the morning, they got that shit wrapped out tight, so some German Shepherd named Bam Bam can't smell it.
Yo, I tell you, man. Yeah. It just been good. So I got in this,
I was
and
just about to say, gentlemen, I'm about to
yeah,
get going. I didn't see how late it was.
yeah.
But yeah, this was
Matter of fact,
great.
we gonna do this again. We gonna do this again, and I'm trying to get some more people to come on the panel, but I guess they couldn't make it. So this is what we're gonna do. I want you, Alexis. I want you to make your last remarks. I want you to stay right there. Brother LB, make your last remarks. Stay right there, and I'll make my last remarks, and then say my little thing. We're gonna close it out as a family.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for including me. I love, our conversations. I always feel like I can be open and honest and kind of like a judge-free place. And I appreciate that a lot. And I am sorry if I ever offend anyone. I'm not trying to do that. But thanks for thinking of me. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be more because but LB, I want you to hear because I'm gonna do a women's panel, and it's gonna be I want it to be women hold women accountable. And Alexis, you're gonna be on that panel. I'm just gonna be the moderator. I'm just gonna be like make sure everything is fine, and I'm gonna handpick and I'll probably ask some questions here and there, and that's gonna be hopefully before Thanksgiving. And so that's what I'm shooting for. And me and Alexis, we could talk, like that too. And then I'm handpicking it. And also I'm gonna do more men. I don't know about men's pack because it be sometimes oh yeah, Alexis. I would like to do a chop up with you, right?
Okay.
Let me explain chop up. A chop up is it's not an interview. We just chopping it up. I ask you, you be the main guest. I ask you questions, but also I want you to ask me questions, and then we gonna have like a basic conversation, right?
Yeah.
And then about like maybe 30, 40 minutes later, then I tell people that you want to take comments from the people in the chat. You do it like that. And the only thing I just need from you, I just need a picture from you so I can put you on a thumbnail.
Okay.
Or you could do a pre-record. Don't want to do a pre-record to let people know that you come to my channel and do a chopper. But you let me know when it's a good time. So
All right. Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch about it for sure. That sounds
that
great.
thank you. So you stay right there. So that's all you. That's all you. That's it. That's it. I guess. Okay, that's it. Okay, you stay right there, brother. LB, last remark, please.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to you, Underated, you know what I'm saying, for having me on. Sub to my YouTube channel, the Sports and Political channel, LB, because what you got here is a taste compared to what I talk about on my channel, right? So sub to my YouTube channel, right? Any love any love and support is appreciated, and I enjoyed this.
All right, cool. Now, let me say this. It's good to be back on this channel. There's gonna be some things gonna be happening. I know, like, usually people like, are you engaged? That sometimes the conversation goes good and everything. Sometimes I just sit back and just listen. But we gotta have these conversations. These conversations got to happen. And the man and women we have to engage. Just as Sister Alessa, she was saying, it's uncomfortable, but it's right. It's the right to do it. We gotta have we it got it. What I'm at right now, and I know you, Sister Alexis and Brother LB feel the same way. When it comes down to it, it's do a thing what's right. And I feel us as a people at times. I've known this. We just want to settle. We don't want to be competent. We want to be, or do you just want to be competent in this and that? But when it comes for right, it should not make a difference. It shouldn't make no difference. I'd rather walk alone to be right, to help people, than be the ones in the crowd that I know is wrong and I don't say nothing about it. What kind of person I am? What morals do I have? What balls do I have? What I'm saying? What do I say to my late parents that instilled that in me through God? What do I say the other people know what the underrated one stand for? What can I say to my sister Alexis right here and my brother LB? What can I say to them when I go contrary to that? And it's not like, oh yeah, you just worried about. No, it's not all about that. We have to be around people that are willing to stick up for what's right. Are we gonna get it right all the time? No. But at least we stay the course. And I'm gonna say this, even back in the channel years ago, even in my secondary channel now, the number one grind of real talk, and I'm back to underrated darkness now. Stay the course. Stick to the issue. When you do what's right, you stick into the issue. No matter how you feel about it. And understand that you're helping others. If you can't do that, this is not the place for you. It's not. Because on this channel, we trying to help people to solve problems, to have better relationships, to have better families. Trying to have some opportunities. Perfect Timing Podcast. First time I see you. Thanks for coming. Get ready to end this. If you're not willing to be part of the underrated vision and it's all about trying to do what's right, this is not for you. And it goes for man or woman. There is no, brother LB knows about it and sister Alexis know about it, even some people in the chat. I don't play no games. I work too hard to try to make sure to bring some to this channel by helping some good people throughout the years. And I'm saying this though too. And I'm still going to fight for our young black boys that continues to be molested by women. Going to talk about that too. And Sister Alexis, she encouraged me more to talk about that too. And I appreciate that. That your brother, that your men need to talk about it too, and even women. There is a story in New York, where I'm originally from, born and raised, that a woman was molesting boys in her class for years, and the new in the board of education just find that out. And again, there's this mainstream media trying to keep it on the hush hush. So I will say this to these men: are we going to hold these women accountable for doing this? Just as women molest little girls. They don't want to talk about that. I talk about that. And I know other women talk about that. Anything that did molestation is bad. It's no good. It's beneath. But we cannot pick and choose who got molestation. We need to talk about it all. So your mothers and your fathers out there, you know, you need to watch out for your little girls. It's not these men teachers, to be these ladies teachers, and also these especially our boys. There's a lot more teachers molesting these little boys right now. That's why you see these men, they act a certain way. But I find I'm so precarious in this space, they don't want to talk about it. These are the conversations that we got to have. Also, the ones on disability, black men and black women, we got to talk about that too. They are, you know, they are human beings too. So what I'm doing of this channel, I'm gonna do whatever I can to aid, help, and encourage. Aid, help, and encourage. And then some of y'all don't like it, don't come. But also we're gonna have fun too. We're gonna have some fun. I just want to give you a briefing that the underrated one vision is strong as ever. I've been missing for 8 months because you know this channel, I wasn't on this channel because certain things had to get straightened out through YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm back. So I would say this, that it's good to see y'all again. And the ones that is new, you're welcome to come back. And we're gonna have more of these conversations on underrated evening talk, and also the underrated afternoon talk too. And just understand this. And I know there are some women ain't gonna like when I say this, or even some men gonna say they're gonna like about it, but I don't care what you think because it's out here and it's real. The black man is under attack. And when the black man under attack, that means the family's under attack. So your brothers want to take up toxic feminine and also masculinity. You should be shaming yourselves. You're not just hurting yourself, you hurt families. You hurt the relationship between the man and the women. And this has to stop. If you know there's something that you hear that is good, you roll with it. Don't be like a follower. Oh, I'm not gonna listen to that person because that person don't, that person, I don't get along with that person. You do what's right for you. If that message resonate with you, that is transparent, that could inspire your life, you roll with that, because there's quite a few channels that have inspiring. There's two you see in the chat. In the panel. You got me. You got Fourth Quarter Talk. You got Sister Beach. You got Gold Professor. You got Brother Sheed. You got others. Oh, shout out to the LDBC, that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Also basketball community. Matter of fact, you should go check out. I did a chop up 14 days ago with Brother 7A Sports TV. Shout out to you. Thank you so much to grant me that. You need to check that out. That's how men operate. No matter what. And that's another great channel right there. Cooking with CER. Gotta support channels like that. He's a family man. Got married, having a baby, holding it down. Also, we need to hear inspiring stories of brothers too that do not make six figures, but they stand up and take care of their family and stand up for righteousness and willing to do whatever they can to fight for us as a people, even us as black men. Also, we got to talk about black men that lives by themselves, like me. Salute us too. Ones don't have no kids, but also godfathers and uncles. And even women don't even have kids. Don't have kids. Their aunts, godmothers, and stuff. We need to salute. We need to salute them too. If us as a people, if we said that we support our people, we got to support all. We cannot pick and choose. Now, when it comes to right or wrong, yeah, you got to pick and choose. Yeah, you got to do what's right. Yeah, I agree with that. But we have to understand, anybody that fight for the righteous chip, we're going to be under attack. That's the way it is. Steadfast of what you in. And when you do that, you are a winner. Steadfast of what you in. Because the ones is not, they're going to fall. No matter what they have. They can have more than you. But just remember, if you stand fast within righteousness, if you want to work within that core, you're going to be all right. Yeah, the camera's not gonna be there. Yeah, the people ain't gonna come. But you gonna be all right. And especially you have a family. Your family gonna look at you, yeah, and that's a stand-up brother. That's a stand-up sister. That's a stand-up couple right there. That's a stand-up family. That's who it's all because I'm taking something from Go Professor. I'm all about the black man and the family. All I'm just saying, I want to thank y'all, the old and the new, that supported me. And I'm sorry that I've been away for a while this channel, but I'm back. And it's going to take a little time, y'all. It's going to take a little time. But the mission is never changed. The mission has never changed. Let's do it together. I've been at this for a long time. I've been at this, my vision, my broader vision for a long time. Outside the space and even inside the space. And I know there are certain things you're tired of it like I'm tired of it. But we get guys come from us first, individually. Let's set the tone, y'all. Let's set the tone. And I'm gonna say a few last things, and I'm gonna say this. We did talk about the young lady that was at Florida A&M graduate, Florida A&M College, one of the historical black colleges. She came up there naked. And there are people actually was praising her. And it's sad. Her GPA was 3.8. So black women, you need to get it together. Enough is enough. Black man, if you support this, you need to get it together. Enough is enough. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder, aka the underrated one. Thank y'all for your time. Thank you, Sister Alexis, and thank you, Brother RLB, and everybody in the chat. Let's stick for righteousness, no matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. Good morning. This one is Ghost.